This Samsung Black Steel fridge just $11.54. Up to 25% on Australian-made lounges and dining room furniture. Upgrade to a king size for just $1 more on selected queen mattresses and bed frames. Many more biggest ever deals in store and online. Hurry, sale ends Monday at Harvey Norman.
Hey boss, you up to much after work?
Boys' weekend. It's gonna go off.
Go your own way in the dependable 3-litre turbo diesel Isuzu D-Max from just $39,990 drive away.
Speed brighter days is going forward from out wide. Daddy Warbucks trying to take up a position. Galvarino now driving through on the inside, and Galvarino is going head to head with
Combank will pay your own occupied home loan for around 12
That was an umpire.
fees,
No.
The umpire.
Oh, he's a dickhead.
No fuckle.
Yeah.
What?
Razor Ray, they call him.
Knows everything, don't fuck all about it.
Yeah. Thinks he knows everything.
Harvey Norman biggest ever 5-day sale with 60 months interest free. This HP Core i5 laptop, $898, save $200. Sony 65-inch 4K TV, hot price, plus bonus Rebel gift card and delivery and warm-up installation. This Samsung Black Steel fridge just $11.54. Up to 25% on Australian-made lounges and dining room furniture. Upgrade to a king size for just $1 more on selected queen mattresses and bed frames. Many more biggest ever deals in store and online. Hurry, sale ends Monday at Harvey Norman.
Funny how the umpire, he said, excuse me.
Yeah. He's polite, isn't he?
Yeah. Imagine if it was referee in Hawthorn. Hawthorn.
I don't think he's playing today, is it?
I look at Eddie Burton.
Some of the special goals we saw in 2019, and one of the highlights of this game we love so much. We've got a cracking contest on our hands right now at Marvel Stadium. The Saints leading by 4 points. Nick Del Santo, they've come to a bit of a stop though. North Melbourne have all the momentum.
A really great response there by the Kangaroos. Wasn't in the back half of that third quarter. The unfortunate part from the Kangaroos and the Kangaroo supporters at home is the injuries that they've had. Josh Walker out in the first quarter with concussion. Jack Ziegel did his knee. It's a medial that just doesn't look good. They haven't actually mentioned how severe it is at this stage. They just know that he's done for the remainder of this game. We saw Paul Ahern come from the ground with a hammy. And for the Saints, Jake Gresham had a PCL late in the first half. So there's 3 players currently not playing for this last quarter for the Kangas and 1 for the Saints. And probably fortunate this game has been shorter because there may not be many Kangaroos players. And this was the incident in the first quarter, James. We were right beside this. You could hear the thud on the ground. It just didn't look good and it didn't sound great. And well managed by the Kangaroos. Took him straight from the ground and he was probably ruled out within a minute. So good protocol and we wish him all the very best.
So it will be interesting to see how both teams run out this final term. Jason, obviously shorter quarters may help the Kangaroos given they are down significant manpower.
Yeah, absolutely. But one thing they do have right now is momentum. Now, what changes have St Kilda made in that three-quarter time huddle to try and turn things back in their favour? Because at the moment, it is all North Melbourne after that third term.
Yeah, you've got to get your hands on the footy if you're St Kilda if you want to try and take that momentum away, because it was complete domination from North Melbourne out of nowhere. St Kilda in the first half had the game under control and certainly to start the third term, but in the end it was all North Melbourne statistically, plus 34 disposals, plus 10 uncontested marks. That was a big...
And Stratista to come forward for Sally Wynn, who also trains the galloper.
Number 7.
Ready now. Fifth from Bairnsdale from the 1200 metre stalls. There's the signal and the gates open and they're away, and Entangled Tough with blinkers first time has absolutely walked out of the gates by 20-25. It's going to take very little part in the event. New York World was slow to begin. It's second last. And at the other end, it's Pershing jumping to the front from Shot Chew and Hourly Rose, Unruly Student vying for the lead as well in a line of 4. They've got away from Rockin' Sunny, who's fifth on the inside of Stratista. Just ahead of it in Circle, and then followed by Tiny Hussey and New York World, and Entangled Tough is distanced. They head down the side of the track with 600 metres left to travel. Pershing now a clear leader on Shot Chew as they come up to the bend. Then Unruly Student, followed by Rocking Sunny, who's getting a rails run through in Circle, heading out deeper.
Going backwards.
Distant New York World as they come up towards the home bend. So it's Pershing about to come around the home corner, leading and starting to get away. Pershing opening up now 2 to 3 lengths on straightening for the judge. It's Pershing from in second, Rockin' Sunny and Circle making ground down the outside.
Forward in the end. Pick up. Waited for a crumb that didn't count. Paddy Ryder rolls it off the deck. Kent tries to keep it in. Rolls out.
Actually did very well, Paddy Ryder, but Zach Jones had options. He didn't get back from the man on the mark. He stood a metre from him and wanted to go to the side, and he had a lead straight up at him, which would have been a simple hit.
Johnston, he tunneled Ryder a little, got away with it. Polly scrambles it away. Curtis Taylor, nice collected turn. Larky. Good lead from Wilkie and pounce on the crumb. Back to Geary. Scrambles it wide. Couple of options wide for the Saints. One of them being Steele. Hassled by Pollock. Rolls it. Hanbury. Marshall. Caught by Curtis Taylor and dumped it. He's done some really nice things, Curtis Taylor. He's looked good when he's had the footy. That's the other side of it there, the defence works. Good grab, Zerha.
A little clip for his trouble and didn't like it.
It was hard to put the footy down to get on with it too. And that's why the North Melbourne fans love him so much. If you want to get into it, you want to have both hands free. Goes to his roommate, Nick Larkey, with the kick. He couldn't trap it. Higgins, the lift doors closed on him. Had to get it away. Geary takes it out. Great contest at the moment. North Melbourne, if you've just joined us, for the last 4 goals of this game. They have not led all afternoon, North Melbourne. Saints holding on right now by a kick. Jones. Hanbury on the back pedal. McDonald. Have a listen to some of these sounds for a second. Pollock gets it on the wing and slams it on the boot. Larky front spot. Ball face the back. It was tucked. Howard. Long. Clark. It's wide. It's on the full.
Sorry, mate. 2 more metres, mate. 4 where you are. Thank you.
Wants a better ball. Does he pull it short here, or just launch it for Benny Brown? Or Curtis Taylor? Big pad. Long. Went back into the traffic rather than outside. Wilkie. Under siege right now, the Saints.
Let him up, Sean. On the meter, Rod.
Back up on the bench, Jack Ziegler after that knee injury that suffered in the last quarter.
Hanbury. Dangerous spot though, straight up in the air. Remember, he drops it off his chest. Anderson dives in, wants to knock it out. Looks for a handball target. Higgins, normally a good user, thought he could score high. He's gone down a stayed down. Saints dodging bullet. Wide ball, and Tarrant cuts it off as Higgins takes a while to get up.
They're forcing those panic kicks though at North Melbourne, just with the increase in pressure. Too often in the first half they were able to look up and hit the uncontested mark.
Tarrant sends it long. Benny Brown got some float. Long drag it down. Curtis Taylor. Throw.
Gee, their pressure has been outstanding since half-time. The desperation that we're used to seeing from North Melbourne teams. It's there in spades.
Kid's a star on the rise, Curtis Taylor. He pulls his kick and Cole.
In the centre, and now the rider of also
Number
cool.
five,
He's
we
the
want.
trouble
Yeah,
behind
this is
the
at the
other
back.
player. Happy Partner was next, followed then by Rock.
In a minute.
Sticking his way through it here. Do I see him change his mind? This for the lead for the first time today for North. And he spanks it. It's long. Benny Brown's up. Can't mark it. Hanbury. Geary. Dunstan. The leapers go up. King back on. After starting the quarter on the bench, can't trap it. Steele. Nicky gesture. Oh, that took him down. He didn't have it.
Yeah, went on with the tackle. It was an aggressive tackle. Jonas only knows one what.
Boys outside. Happy Partner reached the lead and wins. Happy Partner got there just over a third. His voice also cool and indistinctive look. Followed in there by McKellar's Love. Welcome couldn't come on and Rochester was fast.
Beat by a mongrel.
9-4. The first game by Max King.
Ruckman started a long way back. Goldstein got there first. Anderson flicked it over his head. Pollock kick smothered by Jones. He's very sure. 12 games last year, 7 wins, 5 losses. First full season as coach for the former premiership player. Carrington, touch play on. Good use of the hands. Goldstein, Simpkin, Larky in the pocket. Almost Wilkie. Almost Thomas. Thomas lays the tackle on Hunter Clark. Almost a free, almost a turnover. And pretty much a ball up.
It's just a siege mentality. They're swarming all over their opponents, North Melbourne.
So Brett Ratton in his first full season as St Kilda coach. First last year for half the season, and of course with the Blues from the ricochet. Hunter Clark back to go forward. Great smother there.
They're just taking time away from the Saints players. Even when they get the ball, they haven't got time to think. They haven't got time to dispose of it correctly. It's just a throw on the boot or shovel a hand pass out.
Zerha off the pack, bends it around, and got enough.
What about the work from Goldstein? Just had lay it down on a silver platter for Zerha.
Wilkie hits wide, Patton stands under a good grab. Thought about playing on, but didn't go over his line. Kent. So some open space now. Jones. Through Murphy's hands. Tarrant. Murphy. Gee, dangerous and poor handball. Kent trapped it. Pittard got there late. Loney good contest as well. Pittard off the deck from Tarrant. Simpkin makes it work. Jones is hurt now. Sitkin. Dumont just inside the line.
Play's just starting to open up a little bit now. So tight for so long. Wears the players down. Once it gets in open space, it becomes more difficult to get the pressure on.
Thomas to Anderson to Cunnington. Big kick miss for the lead for the first time for North.
Just looks more methodical at the moment for North. Swarming in numbers, winning the ball, then breaking, identifying short kicks instead of the long bombs, and then an opportunity opens up for us. A great kick from Jed Anderson. The hard part from St Kilda is looking around saying, where's the lift going to come from? Who is it going to be?
Struck it well. 5 goals in a row for North Melbourne, and they're like an unstoppable train right now.
And it started at the other end of the ground because St Kilda actually had a pretty good look again. Zach Jones going inside 50. It looked for all money like Paddy Ryder was going to take an uncontested mark. Then it was Loney who had an opportunity. Looked like he was going to mark the footy, but North Melbourne were just so desperate to be able to get in and create a contest. And from there, one end of the ground to the other, Saints didn't lay a glove on them.
Well, in the first half, North could not transition the footy. St Kilda stopped them everywhere. Right now, as soon as they win the ball, North, they're virtually going from one end to the other without any pressure. So St Kilda's work rate in the defensive zone is just not happening.
Well, you can see there, it was Loney, it was Ross on camera, but they weren't quite getting to anyone, were they? And North Melbourne, unlike the first half where everything was long and contested, they just methodically chipped the ball uncontested from one end of the ground to the other. For the first time today, new leaders.
Back in the middle, and Byron Chamberlain takes a big breath. Dumps it into the deck, good bounce. Goldstein.
Play on.
And the Saints get some momentum back. Can they get the lead back? Higgins slips it. Hall breaks through a couple. Back to Higgins. Caught, got a kick away. Danger zone though. Brown. Trying to get it up to Curtis Taylor, couldn't. And we'll get a ball up. We'll be heading down to Sarah Jones when we can with an update on what might be happening with the continuation of the AFL season, whether we're going to get a round 2 or whether there's going to be a stop. We'll give you the latest there, but in the meantime, it's game on here with 8 minutes left and a 1-kick game.
Thanks, Kev. Thanks, mate. So, yeah, guys, I'm going back this way. Goes to Harwood, Stephen. I've got Higgins.
Goldstein and Marshall.
Play on. Play on.
From the scramble, Anderson tries to crunch his way through them.
Thanks, boys. So again, buddy. And you keep going back this way, guys, alright? Back here. Rowan, I just need you to stay a minute. All the least is okay.
Big pack around. Goldstein whipped it out of the air in the end. Long, back against the grain, just got a handball to Pat. Wobbles it wide. McMillan can't get it before it goes out. Sarah Jones has got an update. Welcome back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Wayne. Yes, a statement just from the Victorian Premier that the state will proceed over the next 48 hours to implement shutdown of all non-essential activity, which of course means that football going forward in this state at least would be untenable. New South Wales is looking to do something similar. Talk of South Australia's borders being set to close. So there is speculation the AFL is working out exactly what this means for them and will make an announcement potentially today, but with Victoria's press release a short time ago, it does seem like football will have to grind to a halt.
So you're going to stop the football.
Thanks for that, Sarah.
No.
On hands.
Fucking Chinese. What a scummy fucking race.
Out there currently and completely oblivious to that announcement, so a game of footy on the line here for both of these football clubs.
Goldstein trying to get there, just got a fingernail to it before it got to Billings. And out of play,
End of the footy season.
right
Nothing confirmed yet. We'll wait and see what happens.
Oh, they'll have to scrub it.
Well,
it's going.
And they're just not giving any easy possession.
Because they'll talk about, like in terms of the players, they might be able to work around it, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but some of them are getting the virus.
Yeah.
Not the players, but some of the staff.
Yeah.
And yet they still come You won't take your chances.
Yeah.
Brown dumps it down.
One,
Geary.
three.
Hunter Clark. Dougal Howard. Spotted by Simpkin. Keeps it in the area.
And you can hear the applause from the North Melbourne teammates. It's those sort of actions that have brought me back into this contest. And they're celebrating with each other out there.
And that just adds the pressure that the St Kilda players are feeling now when they do touch the field.
Higgins trying to tap it to his advantage. Anderson.
Watch Todd Goldstein here. He's been getting really creative with his hits out into the space. The North Melbourne players are on the move.
Steele. Trying to get a kick away, but was caught. Dulon tried to grab it. Steele does. Scrambles it away. Pollock. Ross. Jones. Breaks through a couple but dropped it. Lucky to get away with it. Umpire a little blindsided as to whether that was a handball. Patton takes off. Runs past Curtis Taylor. Caught in the end by Hall. Floats it towards half forward. Splendid collect by Loney. Bends it around to Butler.
So credit to Patton for keeping that alive. He had to run and carry and just try and link up with a teammate, and he's able to do that.
Well, Butler's had an opportunity from a similar range and decided to pull the kick. So he wasn't confident the first time. See if he's got the journey here or he decides to lay it off.
Has he got a 52-metre kick in his bag of tricks? He doesn't. Holding free St Kilda. Top of the square to King.
Just saw the jumper stretch as he took off on the lead.
Not sure what that's about, but if I had an explanation, I'd give it to you. Max King, first goal was from a free, and the young first gamer could be the hero yet.
Pretty tight game.
It's an important momentum halter at least. It might not be a momentum killer, but important little touch at half back from Seth Ross. Just a little toe poke to get the ball out in space to Zach Jones. And Jack Laney did a really good job at half forward, pulling the ball across his body to Dan Butler. We didn't think he'd have the confidence to go for the journey. Instead, just a smart kick and
You want me to do that?
looks a bit odd in that one.
Been pinged a couple of times.
Well, I'll do it before the
Trying to
Hawthorn
be,
game.
Robbie Harris, sorry, trying to be physical with Max King. Ground an arm, a little bit of jumper. You can see the joy up in the box when the family's watching.
So 3-point game, 5.5 minutes left.
Second goal for Max King. He's up to 6 disposals in his first game.
From the restart, good bounce. Ryder Goldstein. Jones. Had his pocket picked. Hall. Straight down the spine. Brown got there, couldn't mark it. Anderson, he ducked into it. Umpire was wise to it. Hunter Clark. Bumped by Zerha. Ryder. Dunstan. Membry. Some poise from the Saints there. Tarrant stalks this one. Almost does grab it with the second grab. Down the line and to grab the Pinnard.
Again, they're trying to make the field big and bring on the switch here.
He gets 50 out of it. Heads it in the big ground direction. Hold, Brown free.
You have strength forward here too, North.
Down Thomas. Has he got this kick in him?
He's got the journey from there.
He's having a think. Heads top of the square instead. Cunnington's the leaper. Off hands. He's got it. Free grabber.
Oh, look.
It's a great grab. Important last quarter he's playing Ben Cunnington.
His second half's been very good.
They're running best and fairest. Just missed All-Australian last season. He's a class act, and he's got this
Really
to give
good.
them the lead back with 3.5 minutes left. Never in doubt. North back in front.
Going down the
At the
wire.
moment, the gun midfielder that can go forward, spend time and hit the scoreboard. Seen it with Dustin Martin. We saw it on Friday night with Jordan DeGoey, first with the midfielder having a smacked up forward. Today, Ben Cainton, what a luxury in the last quarter.
It's a clever mark, 1 against 2. Virtually done it one-handed.
He'd love to be able to kill the ball in that situation, but he just used his body so well to protect the space. Almost went into that contest knowing it was going to have to be a juggled mark because he was protecting the space with one arm and reaching for the footy with the other.
An eternity left for that man and the Saints though. Brett Ratton and Reece Shaw, 2 coaches in essence in their first full year at these clubs. Brett Ratton with a heap more experience though. Dunstan gone the end of a beautiful palm down. King can't trap it. Memory takes off. Kicking a long ball. It's not bending enough. Stays in the field of play and bounces out.
So the way it's shaping up now, it's about who takes the opportunities when they present. Not going to get too many of them. It looks like there's only going to be a kick or two that separates the teams.
Goldstein battle continues and Goldstein rips it out of the air. Mongrel's one to the midfield. Tough one for Howard to trap. Hanbury mopped it up, but he pokes it high. Long had to get up and slap it down. Good attack from Zerha. Hanbury beat him hard. It was a hard nut.
Jeez, he wore that well.
Tries to get down low, Hanbury, to avoid the head contact.
Ross got from Steele, feeds it back to Robert, who left it for Hanbury in the end. Geary slips the tackle, some cleverness and some poise. Steele blasts it long. North with the spare. Tarrant goes up. Splendid grab against the great Brad Marshall.
And that's something they haven't been able to do too often, is give their key tall forward like a Marshall when he's down there, a run and jump at the footy. And he was able to do that, even though he had Tarrant coming across, I think it was.
I'm not sure if he's held this all the way either.
That's not the mark.
Fucking
hell.
Both Melbourne players were definitely...
You can drop it and still get the mark. You know, change the rules.
Fair case there.
He doesn't deserve a goal.
To give the Saints the lead back. In the seesaw
Missed it.
quarter.
Well, that's fucking justice, that is.
These are the opportunities we're talking about.
Exactly what you said, Jace.
Like with that guy, he tripped the player over.
Yeah.
Still a lot of time left for another twist and turn yet. Goldstein, long floats in.
He's recovered well, hasn't he? That's a good sprint.
King leads. It's in his direction. Membry's there. Marshall's there. Membry almost crumbed it. They all converge. Huge pack. You can throw a blanket over 15 of them right now.
Yeah, 16 nil players for North Melbourne in the defensive 50. 15 now, Larky just reset.
Got a lot of room to move. Saints need one. And need it in a hurry. McMillan needs to be clever. Found Cunnington, who's been a star. And he keeps that. No, he doesn't.
Keep it out of bounds.
It's out. 1 minute 12 left.
Fucking useless.
Wilkie pulls the kick short. Dunstan, maybe just beyond his range, he knows it. Opens it up. Marshall, big punch, Pinnard, put his body on the line and crushed it. Down to Patton. Centering kick, top of the square. Paddy Ryder was there. Plucked, Ryder, got his hand. Big smother, holds his body on the line. Karen Thomas, out of the jam. Dumont, Simpkin. Brilliant by North Melbourne.
Really cool head from Jai Simpkin. That's the key in that situation. You've got to find an uncontested mark. Now you can choose some clock. Saints might not get another touch.
Pumps it down the line. Ben Brown, he marks this, it's just about over. He gets it.
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Can take the remaining seconds off the clock.
Time back on, thank you. Oh, there, Brad. Moving on, mate.
Seconds tick down to 10. Pumps it long.
That's what I can do.
Goldstein rises, can't mark it. But it could be the last day of footy we get for a while.
That's it.
We've got a classic. And it was nice to enjoy it while we can.
Fucking hell, what a heading, eh?
Across
Fucking hell.
4 and 10
Oh.
have been stacked for the Godolphin tiara.
Oh, wow.
Let's go, Musselbrook.
And Lama Hilton
Number 7, right?
comes up now and completes it, and they're set to run. Race number 5, the Godolphin Tiara, quaddy first leg. Set to and they're racing now. Got your 6 from gate 2, jump brilliantly. And lands 2 lengths in front, settling down from hard spot quickly up to second. Trophies Galore third. And there's Drusilla kicking forward from an outside gate to make a line of 3. So it's going to be hard spot going to the lead from Drusilla. Got your 6 relents to the pressure, settles third, 2 lengths away, and fourth is Trophies Galore. They're followed by Ballastar, who's fit the outside. 2 lengths away, then came Aesop's Fable. Next, But I Know. 2 Ellie's on course, him in the margin away, Bell Vega, and Lama Hilton run off his feet is 5 away at the end. So it's Hard Spot, who's run it quickly by the 800, leads by a length. In second placing, Drusilla. 3 lengths away, third, Got Your 6, the Rails Trophies Galore, and 2 lengths away, Ballastar. A length for the back, But I Know, then Aesop's Fable. A gap then to Ellie's Encore, Bell Vega, and Lama Hilton. It's been a really fast run race. Coming around the home turn, it's Hard Spot and Drusilla. About to be joined by Got Your 6, who's presented at the right time. Trophies Galore getting up on the rails. And they're followed then by Aesop's Fable, who's coming down the outside, but Got Your 6 at the 250, sprinted to the front now. Trophies Galore got up on the inside to run to second. They're followed by Hard Spot, but battling away, and Aesop's Fable out wider. It's Got Your 6, 75 to go, clear from Aesop's Fable. Ballastar late, but Got Your 6 in a breeze. Got Your 6, but Aesop's Fable. It might be, But I Know, getting through to run third in front of Ballastar.
Here at Marvel, Hawthorn, Brisbane, coming up next.
Hawthorn.
Harvey Norman's biggest ever 5-day sale with 60 months interest free. This HP Core i5 laptop, $898 save $200. Sony 65-inch 4K TV, hot price plus bonus Rebel gift card and delivery and warm-up installation. This Samsung Black Steel fridge just $11.54. Up to 25% of Australian-made lounges and dining room furniture. Upgrade to a king size with just one more alongside mattresses and bed frames.
Hawthorn.
Next minute will be is your favourite dog with a good record here at Cat. He hasn't been around since the 12th of January, but it was an impressive winner on that occasion. And first up from a break, he's your favourite here ahead of Fire Drillers.
We're going to go to the shops tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Got to go to Hollywood.
yeah, what for?
I've got to pick up the glasses.
Yeah.
The new glasses are ready. And I might do a little shop while we're there at Coles.
Oh, yeah.
So you better get some stuff, will you?
Yeah, I'll do make a list.
For tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to just get enough, just in case you get limited to what you can get.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll go tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it should be right then.
Yeah, right deal. Yeah.
I might go early.
Yeah.
See what happens. Do the shop first, pick up the glasses and get out of the joint.
Yeah.
All the fucking scabs get there.
The scabby cunt.
Have a look in your phone. Oh, you got your phone, haven't you?
Yeah.
What about Saturday Night Lotto? Can you look at that up?
I'll do it after.
Do it after.
Yeah, do it after. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so your foot must be going alright.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah.
Slowly.
So that'll be interesting to see what happens with the AFL.
Oh, looks like they're going to cancel it.
Oh, look at that.
That's the lure, yeah.
They're running on grass.
It's on the ground, yeah.
No, I mean they're on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, this is a straight race.
Oh, okay.
They haven't got to go around a bend.
Oh, yeah.
So the lure looks like a rabbit.
Yeah, yeah. And how is that one getting pulled along? Is that a car or? How is it getting pulled along?
The cable.
Oh, that cable.
Yeah. You can see the cable.
Yeah, yeah, but is that connected?
Yeah, machine at the end.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Yeah, but I've never seen that before. Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, it's looking really good.
Just going to get that bit under there.
Mm. Yeah, it's definitely looking good. How often do you do this? Like every. How often do you do this?
Every day.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Certainly.
Yeah, I wonder how.
Just throw the rubbish.
Wonder how Hawthorn will go.
Oh, I hope they play alright.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Hawthorn, Brisbane.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be a good game.
We're about due to beat them. But they're a pretty good side though, Brisbane, the bastards.
Yeah.
Alright, that's that done. Leave it till tomorrow. Alright, yeah, so we've got to do a bit of shopping tomorrow.
Yeah, what time do you want to go?
Oh, I want to go early. We'll do the shopping first.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do a shopping list of what I'll do a shopping list and then yeah, I'll just get what I can.
Yeah, get some gnocchi and that.
Yeah.
Just in case they ask to you, you know, buy two gnocchi or something.
Yeah.
You get a couple there and you get a couple more on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. Apparently you can only buy 2 so goods. So I'll get you to buy 2 so goods, I'll buy 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then we'll do the same thing on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I should have enough left over for a fortnight.
Yeah.
All this fucking bullshit's going on.
Yeah.
Fucking stinking Chinese. You know? Why should we have to put up with their bullshit?
Yeah, it's definitely taking its toll. That's where it started there. They made him back from all that.
Yeah.
Now look at the fucking world. Unbelievable. Yeah. What's your next race? What one have you got? What's your next one?
It's on in a minute.
Okay.
Was it Bairnsdale?
Oh yeah, for it.
Bairnsdale.
Yeah, that one.
There it is there, it
Yeah.
should be nearly ready.
Alright.
Come on lads. I've got 3 horses in this one, 7, 9, 13. 7, 9 and 13 is not even in the betting. 3 roughies.
They've got good fucking money, but not.
So we need a roughie here.
240 to 210 is your favourite here. Was placed at Flemington 2 runs ago and then beaten at Sale in a benchmark 58 last start. It's going to run your favourite here ahead of Sensitivity, who's 380 out to 4 and 550 out to 6 about Onira. So El Magnificent's your favourite. Here's Adam for race 6.
Sambo Waste. So that work with Bontour Moore has been completed and being kept on the move now. So El Magnificence for Campbell or Willa.
Oh, don't rush things, lads.
The great Lee Matthews in the warm-up.
Oh, I'm starting.
That's already started.
He was a bit disappointed. The little fella, he should have been...
Well, 10 seconds ago.
The ball came over, didn't it? He did apologise, put his hand up. He's a powerful man. Over the top was Segler, and it's going to be thrown up again. Tom Mitchell involved early. He would have been thinking about this moment, his return, for a long time. First training drill last year, breaks his left leg. Recovery absolutely meticulous, and he's ticked every box. Andrews, beautiful season last year, finished as an All-Australian, used his left to go around the corner. Wanted Bailey, couldn't find McGilly down to you, a little bit of breeze about.
It's not fact either end, Hamish, it's actually just circulating around, but I'm interested to see the start on both sides because the trend this weekend has been 4 or 5 goals early.
Thanks, Gilly. Great to be with you on a Sunday afternoon. O'Meara. Now they just surge it forward, the Hawks, looking for Bruce, who might have got pushed it back.
Free kick.
The umpire seen it that way. Chance now for Luke Bruce. Superstar player he's been for the Hawks over a long period of time now. The back, Johnny Patton. In front. Marcus Adams, former Bulldog. Who we were talking about pre-game. He's had an extraordinary pre-season. He was second in the 3K time trial for a man that size as Sam Frost takes a good mark. If a big position type, he's a very, very good stamina. A chance here for Hawks. Smith on his left.
Go on, you Isaac.
It's the Hawks rolling.
Good lad.
He's an old star, an aging veteran, but he started his season beautifully.
Slated again, Sebring Star trails the field by a couple of lengths, and Shoot for Kuma took a couple of strides to get going. It's 4th last. At the other end of the field, it's Flight Risk, El Magnificence, Gamberson splitting that pair, as El Magnificence needs to work a little bit to come across. Then Onira in 4th spot, followed by, on the running rail, the Blues Brother, then Sensitivity 6th. A length and a half unshackled, Shoot for Kuma, 2 lengths away, Sebring Star. And then comes Moss and Me, and back at the tail end is Bontour Moore. Down the side, Flight Risk kicking up with El Magnificence now sitting outside the lead. A length and a half, almost 2 lengths, Gamberson. Then comes the Blues Brother, followed by Sensitivity now getting into the action with Onira deeper. Shoot for Kuma travelling well. Can't get a run. They're really bunching prior to the bend. Sebring Star behind those from Unshackled swinging deeper. So El Magnificence now going up to Flight Risk. They turn from Gamberson. The Blues Brother looking for a run. Shoot for Kuma's now out. Sensitivity, Onira down the outside. So El Magnificence finding zip, and Shoot for Kuma's coming with a run. So Shoot for Kuma down the centre going after Flight Risk, and then comes Onira. It's Shoot for Kuma claiming the lead. Shoot for Kuma by half length on Flight Risk. Onira 3rd. Unshackled made good grab.
Mongrels.
Free kick on the way of the Lions, and Dane Zulko. High contact. Well, we've seen this in this round of football that umpires have been very severe on the second play of the football, the spoiler for the holding or high spoils. Been giving the player that's going to be first to the ball every opportunity this round. Captain of the Brisbane Lions was second in the best and fairest last year, having won the previous 4. And he's pushed that one way wide. I think between Surfers Paradise and Broadbeach and the Lions, he's won something like 8 of the last 12 best and fairest across those 3 clubs, which is extraordinary. Took that Lockie Neal super year
to Holt in his best and fairest run. Stephen Martin, another superb view. Mitch Robinson gets knocked off the ball by Henderson. There is Lockie Neal. So a little kick inside, well weighted, thought through it. Luggage, just goes low, just too much on it.
Just beautiful below his knees, or his ability to take possession of that bouncing ball, Lockie Neal. I mean, it looks simple, but a bouncing ball, being able to judge the flop, judge the bounce, and take clean possession, it's not as easy as he looks.
It's Charlie Cameron. It was a wake up to the play on call. Look at that. You don't get past Charlie Cameron tackles very often as well. Ben straight to skipper. Maybe a little fortunate that the boundary line was there to save him. The big O.
Charlie Cameron. A little player can't match his speed, so I think mostly they're going to say, let's make sure we can't mark the ball in the air, because he's a bit of a small marking player, Charlie Cameron. So I think this is the point of, again, what Grime did, Stratton did. You get a bigger player on him, it makes it hard for him to mark.
Lions. Read it beautifully. McInerney's tap was just right. Hipwood still just 22. All the good football ahead of him. Just draws it back into a really dangerous spot. Home, not least initially, then through hands. Smith jumps, loses it. Rich. Robinson. Here's a chance. McCluggage again. Fires at goal. He's off fire. You learn little things, don't you? Chucky is Charlie Cameron's. I've never heard him called Chucky in my life.
Sicily just tried to caress it.
Oh, good kick, Sicily, you dickhead.
Essentially taken in the end by Jared Lyons.
It's hard to get the ball from those entries because it's in and out, so there's heaps of players back where the ball's going to land.
McInerney at the back, big man. Going to pick up from McCluggage to Hipwood. That was silky smooth, and Hipwood has got his first goal, and the first one for the Brisbane Lions.
He talked about Lockie Neal being clean and crisp, so too McCluggage. I mean, they've got a number of players that take the ball the first time and just distribute.
First grab players, you can't even afford to make a slight fumble in modern football because the tackling pressure is so intense. So you've got to take it first field in possession and then be able to flick it on quickly. And interesting that Hipwood, a ground level goal basically, and that's the thing that he can as a very tall player.
Lee, we spoke about Aaron Hipwood pre-game. He's played 75 games coming into this afternoon. 200 centimetres with that sort of agility. There's something special.
That's his strength at the moment. The overhead, the ability to play tall and hold his 200 centimetre height, he still hasn't got that. But he's actually got great agility, mobility, and the ability to get these movement goals rather than just the runs at full stretch.
And still only 22, not 23 until September, so still so young. And those key forwards, they just continue to get better and better as their frame fills out. Stephen Martin, 1 year deals at the moment. The way he's playing, there'll be plenty of them ahead. Here's Frost, first time in this jumper at senior level. Scully, Mitchell, clever little give to Wingard, to Shields. Just step back inside, back to Frost, and then little kick wanted Wingard.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
Before they watching Sam Frost,
They've got the idiot from Melbourne, he's bloody useless. This prick number 8, he's fucking useless.
Just wonder what else.
The fucking hell they recruit him for, I don't know.
Because his speed and his defensive work is outstanding. Just his composure with the ball will be interesting to watch as this afternoon progresses. Couldn't quite pick that one up. Zorko, Wingard, the bottom of that pack.
Let's go the Hipwood matchup in the main. The big McAvoy's got the other forward ruckman in McInerney, so should be a good matchup for the Hipwood type forward though. You know, the big player who can move and run.
As you say, that it's interesting that McAvoy played key back twice last year, and Alistair Clarkson's continuing with that mould, even with Sam Frost as an addition to their defence. Wingard found a bit of space, normally really effective by foot. With the courage back to the flight there, Marcus Adams. Dioplo. And that was Hanrahan who couldn't quite get access to the footy. Now Liam Shields back to Settler. Dioplo's worked really hard, and now a bit of space through the middle of the MCG.
Dioplo to Frooley into the sunshine. Low sort of a ball, inside 50, strong lead from Patton, knocked away by Harris Andrews, and then a chance here for the Lions. A couple of runners about the place, Berry Gets away from Henderson. Neil again, very clean. Terrific with the left hand. Martin caught. The Hanrahan, the tackler, pure bloke. Back it goes to Hanrahan.
Fucking get rid of him. Another one that's no good.
Oliver Hanrahan.
The tip ball that becomes the dangerous part, and I think if you've got to protect the first line.
Yeah, bury the bastard. Might wake him up.
Hanrahan David versus West Coast. Last year, never lost his spot. He's the best and fairest from last year in Warple. Makes every Hawthorn fan smile. At famous number 5. Burgoyne almost. Smith might get another here off the ground. Not quite picked up, mopped up and taken over the line again by Starcevic.
The players get back into the back 50 quick. I mean, all the sides in the competition do it. So Hawthorn had heaps of players back. So his Lions had heaps of defenders back as the Lions get down the other end.
Day and Warren on Saturday. They've had 10 meetings.
8.
Felicity moves out, say Madam about to come in. That'll leave Miss Hugo.
Action here is Rayner, the number 1 draft pick. Sprinting through the middle of the ground, out the back. Charlie Cameron's a chance here. Frost is quick as well, and Hawks defence pretty well organised in there to Scully. Back through the corridor, it was a really good ball to Warple.
Warple saw Sicily, and Sicily looked about and realised he had plenty of time.
Look at the kick.
Splits a couple
Look at the
of
fucking
balls,
kick from him.
Andrews.
Jeez, and he's good kick in the arse, that bastard.
Handsworth. Ball kick again. Sicily. Shields. Forgets about O'Meara. Goes himself. Long ball into the forward pocket. Smith's got a couple to beat. Gardner does it easily in the end. Happy to play on and ran across the face to Berry. Bouncing ball. Henderson bears down on him. Knew he was there. Got rid of it by hand. Problem here for Berry. Burgoyne very clever. Went right. Henderson quickly shuffled it. Get the free kick.
Swing it up, be careful. Swing it up.
High contact play with his head over the ball, obvious free kick. I must admit, the talk of the umpiring in the first part of the season, I think it's been really protective of the guy making the play or first the ball, and making it harder for the tackler and the defensive type player trying to spoil it. I personally favour that.
Yeah.
I mean, people sometimes are on the side of that argument, but I like the over-protecting, real protection of the ball play, particularly early in the season. You know, I say to the second to the ball play, hey, you've got to be careful if you break the rules, you're going to be killed.
So Henderson's coming off, which is disappointing. He had such a fabulous year last year. 11th season in his best, runner up in the best and fairest. Mountain is 19th, squares things up. Why would you doubt that Sean Burgoyne was even thinking about doing anything else other than...
Beyond pulls up quickly out wide, then say Madam Felicity cleaner, showed plenty of early pace, and Karamara is down near the tail of the field.
10-15.
He might have looked up and saw that Sean Burgoyne was going to take the kick if he did go off the ground, and it wasn't the worst move that's ever been thought of. As you said, Hammer, he just looked at Sean Burgoyne and nothing surprises you with his brilliance.
Yeah, Henderson's just right in the back of his neck there, so I'll keep an eye on it. He looks okay.
Sean Burgoyne takes the cake for the oldest blow in the open. I don't know whether it's something you want to have, but to still be playing at 37. I mean, it's a wonderful set shot, kick across the body. I mean, players are so good at turning the ball across their body, almost more accurately than a drop punt from 30 metres out. They do it so well. He's a great player, great skill, isn't he, Sean Burgoyne?
Hasn't dropped his standards at all, Sean Burgoyne. In fact, he still seems to be the go-to player when Alistair Clarkson's got an issue. He can play anywhere, as we know. Richard that very early off the boot.
You should want to have one of those hotlines, Sean Burgoyne. If you've got a problem in your life, just 1-800 Sean Burgoyne.
McInerney, the unit in front, nicely taken by Berry. This is the first game of Robertson. Handled that well. Now Lockie Neal under a fair bit of pressure with an outside of the boot. Bernard wanted the clunkage, but O'Meara was in the right spot. Sends it out wide. Tom Scully, he's an elite aerobic athlete. Fantastic to see him recover from all his challenges. Bruce worked his man Andrews underneath, and Andrews got back. Little fumble from Marcus Adams. And now Starcevic found Lincoln McCarthy.
Lincoln McCarthy sensational last year. Spent so much time trying to get a game and a catch with a body that wouldn't allow him to, and then
That was fucking holding the ball.
suddenly found a real rhythm. McLuggage involved in all of that, and then just a poke forward from Lyons. Still a chance here for the Hawks to mop up. Gunston, ball bounces his way.
Oh, Gunston is playing.
Comes back to the members' side wing. Wingard's got a couple to beat, used his body really well, and then clean hands at the full stretch. Thought about the handball inside to Mitchell, called to play on. Long ball off his left down the line, but it wasn't out too much because Andrews aimed all the way in the flat. Back to Gardner, fumble, now a problem. Burgoyne and Gardner recovered well. And yeah, little one from Witherden. Wasn't perfect, but Lions had enough time. Hipwood. Now to a man who had a stellar season last year, maybe the surprise of the Lions' surprise season.
He loved it. The role that he played on the wing, Miss Robinson, really suited him. Getting up the ground, and that's a genuine shame.
That is sick.
Wow. Must have had a fresh area there, Miss Robinson.
He's got flat or something. Yeah, completely. That one.
He sees the
Queer looking bastard too.
So Brisbane's
Another fine.
Brisbane at the moment. They're never out of the contest as Brisbane Lions side, but a little bit behind the Aqua. McInerney did well not to give away a free kick. Segler was in front.
As a coach, Lee, how many years does it take you to find something funny once you retire? You never do it while you're coaching.
Not while you're coaching. No, nothing in the game's funny while you're coaching. Not unless you're
Look
about
what-
50 in front, just sitting there having fun.
Yeah, brilliantly. To McInerney, then it just spills off a couple of blocks, ends up in the hands of Mitchell. He sort of just remembered what it was like. Football's found him a lot already. Here's Piopolo getting close to game 200, puts it into the run of Wingard. Wingard thinks about going across the face.
Oh!
It's an opportunity to put it back in the net. But not
Who was
quite
that?
for O'Brien.
Wingard centred the ball. I don't think he was trying to kick the bouncing goal. I think he was trying to just put it out in front, but probably the bouncing goal. He's a very talented player.
Oh, you picked the fucking thing up, idiot.
Make it bounce, do the left-hand turn.
He put it in the right spot for O'Brien to bury.
It was the soccer cross, wasn't it? I'm with you, Lee. I think that was his intention. Wingard quite come up, Lockie Neal wins the footy with ease. And now this is Zorko. Charlie Cameron will get the next one. Double lead was on offer. Hawks defence so well organised, so well coached. We know that they organise themselves. You can see that down the line. It's really difficult to pick your way through. So now, Witherden decides the option is down the line. McCluggage was superb. Zorko got around one back to McCluggage. Time for a fumble. Free kick has been picked out, and it's going the way of the Lions, I think.
Free kick down the field has been played high push to McCluggage. Just made, as soon as he fumbled the ball, he was under pressure, wasn't he? And that is modern football.
Don't know what that was for.
Zorko. Now Zorko,
Might be a replay.
he'll be better for Mount if he runs quickly, and he gets better if he actually has good momentum, because that's what he does. 99 times out of 100. Now, sometimes they go to set goal shooting and they walk in too slow and have a difference. So not too bad. He got through that, even though he kicked it straight.
Interestingly, he had a bit of a squeeze in the Sharon as well, and just making sure that the right amount of air is in it.
So Gunston, now leader of the club, always has been. There's the title. Mitchell, only Lockie Neal has had it more times out on the ground. In fact, the blockage too. In fact, he levels all of them with 6. Morris is low. So the skipper, Stratton, looks about. Interesting year last year. Missed a few with concussion and a few with suspension.
Both sides in the defence are fairly comfortable against the high ball, so all of a sudden I think we'll see a bit more, trying to be a bit more precise going forward.
O'Brien really crashed the pack, and then Robertson gave it off to Lockie Neal, drove it to half forward. Henderson tried to slap it away. Zorko brought Henderson to ground. Still a chance for McAvoy to get his hands on the football for the first time. Hasn't seen it yet.
Well, the modern forward is almost so used to having the ball kicked over the head into the space behind him that when the player's not pressured coming through the midfield, that's the time to go to reels and you get the little short pass.
Boy McAvoy cast the role as a key defender. Lockie Neal involved. And he got a shove as he got rid of the footy, and Lockie Neal will take the free kick. Wesley Ferris winner in his first full season as a Lion last year, third in the Brownlow medal, and won the most disposals ever by a Brisbane Lion player in a season. He finished up with 742. Simon Black with 634 was the next best back in 2002. So here is Lockie Neal. Get it online.
If you beat Simon Black in anything,
Yeah, you get fucked. Overrated.
Really good skills, so when he gets a chance to get his hands near the ball, he takes possession.
Lucky they're not kicking straight.
And he's been a great pick up for the Lions. Terrific ball winning.
Talk about pickups. Gunston is one of those, and Sedlock
What?
also started another club. Hawthorn have got 11 of their 22 started their football elsewhere under those. Remarkable insight into the club. They can see a player and know that they can either maintain their high level or improve. Patton and Frost, two of the latest acquisitions, both up there today. Here's Bailey. Bolter in the draft in his year. To the top of the square. Who's at home from a Brisbane point of view? Stephen very early. McCarthy ends up with a football.
Fucking hell, that's a free kick. Hey? Yeah, about fucking time you've seen something, you idiot.
Gunston careful with his kick, but still missed his mark. Rich Robinson, McCarthy, Neal, big snap. The snap's got on the set shot.
They've only kicked fucking goal.
And get in front. Speaking of Lockie Neal, just late last year, we were talking about things in the lead up to the Brownlow. He spoke about how he used to play a lot of football in the driveway with his stepfather, and if he didn't take it cleanly, his stepfather would knock him into the rose bushes, so he had to take it cleanly. And that's where he thought he ended up getting the clean hands, because he thought, if I don't take it cleanly, I'm in trouble.
Anything that makes it work, Hayden.
Exactly.
Everyone's got a story, haven't they? But
Yeah.
he certainly developed the clean hands, whatever his method was. Just good quick hands here. I mean, he only had a split second to be able to pop it on the boot, kick it across the body, but it's amazing when players don't think, you haven't got much time, you just do it without thinking, the automatic reflex. They end up kicking, being more accurate than going back and having a set shot, thinking about it for 30 seconds.
The trademark of what made Brisbane a great side last year. They trapped it really well in their forward 50 and made hard work for defenders to get out. Lockie Neal, he started the way he left off last year, which is in supreme form already. O'Meara, a tumbling ball, hard one to handle. Witherden trying to fight through a Burgoyne tackle, and no prior opportunity on that one.
You speak about Patton joining the Hawks. When you think about a few of those out there, they've taken big risks with O'Meara and Scully and Burgoyne and Patton, and they've got 3 from 3 absolutely right so far, and you'd absolutely back them in to get a man who's wrestling for the football right now. Hasn't played footy since halfway through 2018, but geez, never looked strong, has he?
There's a bit of money ball about what Flacco's trying to do. Best of Ferris last year. Henderson was runner-up. O'Meara was third in the best of Ferris. They, as you said, have had a fantastic knack of being able to get what they want and improve players for over a decade now.
I mean, Ricky Henderson was delisted. He's the pin-up boy for delisted players.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 Brownlow votes last year, and as you say, does second in the BNF. Just a remarkable year. 11th season and never gone better. Morrison off the ground, ricochets back towards him. In the end, Scully puts on the tackle. Brilliant done by McCarthy. Stephen Martin tried to go out of the air, couldn't, and then the ball sits underneath a couple. Smith kicked the first in the afternoon. Had it, lost it, ricocheted back in his direction, then tumbled forward off the ground.
Piss off.
Answorth happy to take the advantage and puts it into the hands of McCarthy.
He had some space, but the Hawks defenders closed most of that down, and that is not a...
The Lions forwards went back towards goal, but that would have taken 80-metre kick. Somebody's got to come at the kicker to give him a target. The Lions, Ed's played that so well.
Sicily, at 80% effective for the whole year last year, James Sicily, and such an effective player. that defensive part of the ground. Rich has read that
Good
nicely.
kid.
I just thought it was next best in this race, but 5-4-3-9, Turion on top. Hopefully can.
That one was intended for McStay, didn't quite get there. This is Zach Bailey. Cuts back inboard and an errant kick. Had McCluggage, just missed the target.
Stratton. Smith, as always, covering a lot of miles. Kick perfect in the end. And here's Henderson. Just coming off his man in the end and losing it perhaps in the sun was Answorth. Ends up, for the Lions okay in the end, ends up just driving the ball to half forward. Clever little slap, Sicily, Smith. And they'll take it again. So Scully to Wingard over the top to Patton.
Come on, I got this.
Problem maybe. Patton ends up and gifts it off.
Fuck it up.
Unselfish. And Bruce goes bang. Hawks back in front.
The sprints are worked exactly the same when we're talking about benchmark races and whatnot, so he's doing a good job, like you said, and yeah, we do have this obsession with speed, don't we, in Australia, and even to the point where our 3-year-olds, when they're trying to make them stallions, they don't want to run derby trips, or they don't want to run over anything further than a mile or 2,000.
And we spoke about Castlevecchio earlier on in the program, and I reckon that's the whole reason they've sort of avoided the mile-and-a-half races with him. Anyway, that's a story for another day. They're just about all loaded here at Ballarat. Let's get you to commentary.
And on facts, figures and form, they clearly look the two. Now, Brothers in Arms about to move in. Luca Brazzi riderless at Tami to come up riderless as well, and Dalmatia with the claim.
Do yourself to your new teammates. Big John O'Patton give one away to a senior player, Luke Bruce. Good to see John Patton out there. 3 ACL reconstructions in one draft pick. It's a lot of challenge for anyone to confront. The courage going back with the flight there was always what you'd expect from Ben Stratton. Now Morrison, Zorko's quick, good race on him. Zorko worked him, impressing him off the footy. McStay, Zorko's a clever player. Can he find a way through? Did well to get it back to Robinson. Tumbling ball, Charlie Cameron's got it.
Fucking bullshit.
And Charlie, you back him in from here.
That's a quick kick.
Dane Zorko take it back.
Yeah, it's a great play over there, but Charlie Cameron has reached the fight of the ball quickly because it's a matter of it's going to be a pressured kick in. Eventually Robinson's left footed, but Cameron was the one who just read it and got to the front position. He's a very good small marking forward, Charlie Cameron.
Charlie Cameron decides the conventional drop punt is the go. He kicked 57 goals in 2019, and that is Charlie's first in 2020, and Sicily can't help himself.
He's got plenty of grunt about him, hasn't he, Sicily there?
And Radical on the rail is the trailer. Horse for hire 3/4 in front of Atami as they come down past the 800-metre peg. 2 lengths away is Dalmatia travelling around Luca Brazzi. 2.5 Infinite Rain. Brothers in Arms, Turin yet to be clicked up. And at the turn of the field as they near the corner is Radical. So Horse for hire 600 metres out. Leads the way narrowly for moving closer Atami. 2 lengths Dalmatia coming off the steel. On the fence Luca Brazzi pulling to the outside now is Turin. It's coming up on the outside starting to make ground as they turn the bend with a good run in the stretch now. Atami got to Brothers in Arms. Luca Brazzi 2 lengths away. And here comes Turin down the outside with a cracking run. Turin moved up to Brothers in Arms and has hit the lead. Battling away is Atami in the centre, but the 3-year-old has raced to the front. Turin, he looks a promising horse on the way up. Brothers in Arms kicks on with Atami fighting out second and third, but Turin is soft as butter. Won it by 2.5 lengths. Atami, Brothers in Arms, a good gap. Luca Brazzi, then further back Brothers in Arms, well back Infinite Rain, Radical, and Dalmatia last in.
Impressive win there, Turin, and he certainly looks like a horse going places. Photos.
Charlie Cameron just chatting away with a few of the Hawks, the captain and the vice skipper. 3-3 the Lions, they lead by a couple of points. The Hawks 3-1-19 Sunday afternoon football at the MCG.
The quaddy Class 2. You're with the favourite here.
Yeah, 5-7-4-1. I thought Madame Pauline would be hard to beat. I know she's been beaten at 2 runs this prep at short quotes both occasions, but blinkers go on here. Would have liked to seen Hard spot Frank the Fall a bit better in that last race, but it was out to 14.50 all the same, and might have just not run out the trip. She'll get a good run here, and probably on her last chance with a lot of punters who have been following her because she's been, as I said, beaten at $1.55 and $2 this time in, but gets a chance here today. 7 Henschel, 1 is past 2 in good fashion. Greg Ryan sticks here. Draws well, should be behind the speed and running on. 4 Captain Solo, 1 well. 2nd horse Stone Cold Flex has won since out of that Port Macquarie race. Still, this is a bit of a jump up, and 1 Safe Landing has the big weight here. But look, his 2 runs have been okay. Beat 5 lengths behind Julian Rock the other day. So my numbers here: 5, 7, 4, and 1. I said to the caller for race 6 at Muswellbrook.
Pauline, $3.70 Henschel, $6 Safe Landing, $7 about Captain Solo. This is over the 1,280 metres. And this is where they'll start the Championships wild card in 40 minutes from now. So Captain Solo moved up, and they're ready to jump. Race number 6 on the card. Captain Solo hadn't fully loaded. Looks like he's in now, and they're set to go. Red light on. The gates are back, and they're off and racing now. And Madame Pauline was a little bit slow to begin. Henschel bounced fast. There is good speed from Captain Solo looking for the front. He'll spear forward and take it up. So it's Captain Solo from Peloso Lass who got across into 2nd placing. In 3rd is Fender on the rail, and there's Safe Landing whipping around them now with Henschel. Felpedo eases out of that duel to settle down 2 lengths away. All getting a check there was Henschel up near the lead. Madame Pauline recovers up along the rails from Tribuna. A length away in the field there, back in 4th last placing Olivia's Girl. 2 lengths Grand Achiever, White Eagle and Mr. Z is 2 lengths away. So Captain Solo at the 600 leads from Fender 2nd. Safe Landing's doing plenty of work out 3 wide. 4th Peloso Lass. Madame Pauline's got right through to trail the leader. Henschel's about to peel to the outside. Then Felpedo, Tribuna and Olivia's Girl head of the others. They're in the straight now. It's Captain Solo from Fender. Madame Pauline's trying to thread through. Safe Landing still right there, and Henschel's coming on. Fender hit the lead now from Captain Solo, who's certainly not done with. Henschel out wider. It's Captain Solo. Fender the middle. Henschel dying on the run of Peloso. Lass is flashing home. Fender put its nose in front of Captain Solo, and Fender won it. Fender beat Captain Solo and Peloso Lass. Madame Pauline close up 4th, and Henschel just faded late 5th. They're followed by Mr. Z and Tribuna. Next Safe Landing from Felpedo, White Eagle, Welder, Grand Achiever and Olivia's Girl. Number 8 Fender, Ben Looker for Brett Kavanagh. Rides the pace and proves too good. They all lined up to have a crack at those leaders up the straight, but they couldn't overhaul them. And number 8 wins at Fender. Number 8, Fender wins. Beats her number 4, Captain Solo. They were both so brave, but it's been Fender a bit too good. 3rd in the race, number 11, Peloso Lass. So it's 8, 4, 11. And 5 is 4th. And that is Madame Pauline. 8, 4, 11 and 5. Close up, number 7, Henschel, who's run a really good race. Checked badly at the first turn. Was wide throughout. Loomed up at the 200, just peaked late. So 8, 4, 11 and 5. A long head by a short head. A long head by a short head.
And 8, 4, 11 the numbers. Fender for Benny Looker. Taking out the 6 from Must.
You're going to everything. First tune after 5. I was sure you would be there. Why did you text me? You texted me back. That's what set everything off. I'm totally honest with you. Is anyone totally honest?
Run starts Friday, April 17 on Fox Showcase and watch on demand.
To get the best out of your Foxtel, press the home button on your remote now. Too easy.
Double Feature Sunday is getting exploding.
This is going to be fun.
Fantastic Four and White House Down. Tonight on Mate.
chasing the Brisbane line. Smith got the first for the Hawks. Hickwood replied. Burgoyne just shake one around the corner. Then Lockie Neal was quick and clever too. Bruised, as he always does, finds a way to score. And Charlie Cameron opened his account for season 2020. Quarter time, Lions by a couple of points. Let's see what's doing in the living rooms around Australia. Well, the football is on. We're not sure for how long, but brothers and sisters, cats and dogs, all dressed up and enjoying the footy while they can. We understand it's a changing landscape. There's no certainty or guarantees anywhere. And as we sit here, I understand a press conference has been called for half-time in a hugely changing landscape. Look, Darcy, Matthews.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all checking updates as everyone around the world is at the moment, and AFL just the microcosm, and the fact that we haven't been able to get these games underway. It was always a chance, Lee, that circumstances were going to change, so the AFL holding press conference we believe we'll take that live, of course.
Well, we're all hearing the sort of different states are closing their borders, so when that happens, you know that the footy teams flying around is clearly not possible. So we'll get the updates in about another 30 minutes.
Lockie Neal, he's been enormous for the Lions, and Cam Rayner, who you feel is going to be enormous for a long time as a line McCluggage. He's just coming into his own as well. Youngster from South Warrnambool. James Sicily, he's going to have to be versatile for Clarko for all of his career, because that's what Clarko demands. Does. Where do you like him most?
Look, I think the role he plays now is pretty unique to be able to use the ball as well as he does by foot. He's a great intercept mark. He seems to have got a little bit of the temper under control, which can spoil over at some stages. But to be honest with you, I love that too. He brings a bit of presence into the Hawthorn defence, so he could play forward, be a great forward as well.
3, and it's over the 1,060 metres here. Your favourite is Whittington Ways. It's been 390 to 290 with Tab Arnwood, 320 to 310 and 240 out to 340 is about right the rule. So he's been a big drifter, or he's been a big drifter. How do you see this one?
Yeah, interesting drift on either rules. Who was the supporter runner early?
Flashing good time over the top, flashing good time, takes it. Flashing good time first, second White Star Village, third far as the eye can see. Fourth placing on the inside,
Maybe 8-3 at one standby on the placings there, but Flushing Good Time at a price 24.80 and 3.80 the winner. We have picked up Bairnsdale just running slightly late, and they're struggling with the loading process. Still quite a few to load the gates here for this benchmark 58 over the 2,000 metres. Hopefully Sandown can just wait for us. We will be going to Bairnsdale here for the 7th. Our favourite is Tate Stockett.
And just missed it to Woomera in one of its other runs, and only other run in Class 2 was wide when beaten 4 lengths, so clearly has ability. One Arnwood, one first up at in a picnic race, and then runner up at Toowoomba, 05 Glory, led and gave a good kick there, and 3 ahead of his time, best of the rest, 7, 8, 1 and 3 in race 5.
7, 8, 1, 3 for Brad. So Whittington Ways the best back to these, and it's Brad's on top selection as well.
Hold them at bay to get the rest of her body in. They're trying again. Hotel Amour's been $4.48 to $7.50. That does go on. Second start for Matt Laurie after coming down from Sydney. The Freedman camp up there. He's a Force goes in, so he's a Force locked away. Also,
now one of perhaps the favourite ahead of Rolo Ragnar, Big Brebler in Drumroll Please. Moving in race 6, and they've moved in, they're set to go, green lights on, ready to go. Set now. Ready, Sandown. Racing. And winning the start, Suvla Bay out in the centre, crossed hard down to the rail to lead one of perhaps Rolo Ragnar, trying to get over his Big Brebler, turning out of the straight, and they're followed by Sir Duke. Drumroll Please, the tail ender. Out of the straight, Suvla Bay leads the way by a length, one of perhaps and Big Brebler. A length away, Rolo Ragnar going up near the rail, then Sir Duke. Drumroll Please, they come to the turn, Suvla Bay in front, kicked away now to one of perhaps and Big Brebler. Suvla Bay doing it well into the straight with a kick, and Suvla Bay goes all the way. Beats one of perhaps and Rolo Ragnar, Big Brebler, Drumroll Please and Sir Duke, and the run 29.53.
Light flashing on top of the gates. There they go.
Polisher jumped okay. He's a force. Hotel Amore began nicely. Malika working across with Chickamala and nearly part, and Take Stock also starting to hunt through the middle of the pack to be prominent, and Ackhurst as well. So a few vying for a leading position, but none more so than Chickamala and Malika. And they come across now to lead Hotel Amore, Take Stock, who went a bit wide and took Ackhurst right off the track with it fifth. And then Polisher, sixth the running rail. They were followed by See It All. 2 lengths away to He's a Force, and then comes Trust in Time. A length and a half to Johnny Romance. On the inside of the other Kilgour runner and Manny. And about 3 lengths away last is Shanghai Rooster. Well, they're well strung out as they head into the back country now, where it's Malika and Ackhurst going at each other by a length now. On Chickamala, happy to take the trail with Take Stock. Then comes Hotel Amore, followed by deeper on the course to See It All pressing forward, and Polisher getting a conservative run back on the running rail. They're 2 lengths on Trust in Time, He's a Force, and then starting to make a move, Manny. 2 lengths away to Johnny Romance, and 3 to 4 to Shanghai Rooster. Down the back straight, and still Malika does it from Ackhurst a neck away. Take Stock making a move out 3 wide on the track. In fact, a few are. Trust in Time it is, who's whizzed around them to join in. And also up there is wide on the track, and Manny. Must be 5 wide, can barely see it there. And then Take Stock starting to thread through, followed by Chickamala. And then comes See It All, followed by Hotel Amore Polisher. Well, she's still buried back on the fence while all these changes have happened up in front of her. She is travelling, however. Just needs a crack at them as they come into the home straight with just over 300 metres left to go. So still Ackhurst and Malika. And Ackhurst now goes to Malika. 2 lengths to Take Stock, trying to run on. Now Polisher's in the clear, and she's making good ground down the centre. So it's Ackhurst from Malika. Polisher making ground, trying to take ground off these leaders. She's coming now. It's Ackhurst, Polisher, Take Stock in the centre coming through. Ackhurst trying to fend off Polisher.
Just got beat.
Polisher got there.
Fucking bastard.
Ackhurst and Take Stock in a great finish. Not a lot between those three, maybe ahead at most. And then came Malika.
Here, they look to 4, and that's the way they are in the market. Away from them, it's $23 for Boomstress, who's the next best. But
back, huge back forming. Robertson's got a body line this footy. It was
Hawthorn's got a goal.
Nicely done by Stuart Burgoyne. So clever in the one-on-one situation. Bruce kept his feet beautifully. O'Brien out the back. Wingard with space. And he will cruise in. The easiest goal we could ever possibly imagine, Chad Wingard. And it's back-to-back goals for the Hawks. Seen a lot of that, haven't we, where one side's been split wide open and a bit of space forward of 50. The Hawks were able to create something that's been pretty hard to do, and we know the quality of that man on screen, Chad Wingard. He's got a trick bag full of tricks. And they're looking pretty sharp.
With the finishes upfield, Burger, and even that first goal before this one, they've basically been the finishes, but it's the work upfield to create that turnover from the congestion. The ball just bounces out. This is the contest. It's critical. The ball goes down, and the lines just can't quite take this. Now Hawthorn got it. If Wingard has any good forwards going to be saying, well, if we get it, I might be able to get an easy shot at goal. If they get it, well, they're going back to a congested part of the ground. So getting forward of the ball in those kind of plays is reasonable playing of percentages.
First time in this match there's been back-to-back goals for either side. Burgoyne got the first, Wingard the second. 2 goals in the second term. Both the way the Hawks. Lions lead by 2 points in quarter time. Here's a chance for 3 on the bounce for Hawthorn. Shields out of the middle. Burgoyne almost. Good wrestle with Gardner. The Lions again under enormous pressure. Bounce the ball. Well, doesn't bounce in, so the Hawks can reload Smith. Right about on the floor, deliver it. Take your pick, Isaac Smith. He's searching for a football.
He didn't try hard enough to keep it in. That's the interpretation. Kick the ball towards the boundary, and without a target player there, bounces out. Always a free kick.
Low ball over the head of Adams, and somehow Shields just drops in and happy to give it off. This sets things up, and Morrison can have a look. His first goal for a while. Didn't kick one last year in his 9 games. He's in a good position right now.
Fucking go anywhere.
Last game in 2017, then 21 of 24, including both the finals in 18, but slowed a little last year. 9 in the AFL, 9 in the VFL. Had a broken jaw. In fact, that we're talking about Morrison, it's actually Hanrahan.
Good commentator.
Watching on, Holly Hanrahan. He gets another. Hawks get 3 in a row.
Good lads.
Still preoccupied. Getting messages all
Yeah,
over
why
the
not?
place at the moment.
Got a celebration Pepsi.
At half time, which we'll go directly to, which sounds pretty ominous.
The runner-up 5-year winner there at Bunbury in the old Fremantle Docker colours.
Things are changing fast.
But in this well, Hawthorn, I mean, they will need to know, and she'll set it up, mark the ball really in a cluster of lines, players. They're not quite sure which to put in its own defence. They're not quite sure who's going for the ball and who's covering space. And then they're reaching inside, and the hand-to-hand goal. And good forward play, good forward craft the last 3 forward thrust by Hawthorn. They've gone bang, bang, bang. Now out to a nice margin.
Yeah, just reiterating that point again, at half-time, the AFL CEO, Gil McLaughlin, has a live press conference, fast-changing environment, and we will bring that to you live and all the latest news. So keep it locked on Sunday afternoon footy here on 7. Bring the latest from what is a ever-changing environment. That was beautifully taken front and centre by Zach Bailey. It will quite get a handle on the footy. Sicily and the Hawks got a nice bit of momentum up at the moment. O'Meara, they're focused on what they can control, the Hawks, and that is controlling a lot of the footy. Burgoyne, what a kick that was from Luke Bruce. And then around the body, almost a look-away style kick. Burgoyne surveying the scene.
Come on, kick it.
The goal square. Burgoyne thinking that he might just drive it long. Jono Patton's got a one-on-one.
Bounds. Jesus, no good there, mate.
Very rare to see him do that. Popped it out of bounds on the foot.
A sprint series, the harder transport flying handicap
You're up to
race,
number
6
one.
Point Lincoln. There's the light. All clear from behind the gates, they're on.
Now Morrison. He goes long to full forward. Again, Patton just crashes the pack. Hawks fans will be happy with what they've seen so far. A big target out in that forward area. Lions. Neil to Zorko on the wing. Again, McAvoy getting involved, but Hipwood just starts to dash away. Got a couple of helpers. One of them is Cam Rayner. He can look over the top if he wants to. McStay and decides to go long instead. Can he bounce it through? Cam.
Fuck off.
It's another 2 then to Hank's nephew. This leader's got them strung out. Artful Rambler has settled on the outside.
Number 1.
5th and 6th from Belomo. And then 2 back to Mogul Empire and Victor Victor. Phantom Date still has the lead as they run to the 400. 3/4 go the journey to Beers on Us. Hank's nephew, then Belomo. Artful Rambler, Mogul Empire. Victor Victor still last. Phantom Date turned in front. How much in the tank? Go the journey's there. Here's the old fellow, Hank's nephew, winding up. Still finding his Phantom Date from Go the Journey to Beers on Us. And out wide is Hank's nephew. Phantom Date's tiring now. De Beers on Us, Hank's nephew. The old boy, Hank's nephew, gets up to win another race. What a marvel he's been for such a long, long time.
What a
Hank's
mongrel.
nephew from over Go the Journey.
It's on second,
And
I
De
reckon.
Beers on Us, they overhauled Phantom Date in the final strides. Then Victor Victor, followed by Artful Rambler, Belomo, and Mogul Empire is last.
Big boy mongrel.
See that power athlete that he is, Rayner, and another comparisons to be Dustin Martin like are about as big as it gets, but you can see that's what he's building towards. Here they come again, the Lions hit. Well, that was really cleverly done. Guided it down to McCarthy. Sprung up Charlie. Cameron got through. Here's Rayner again. Squeezed off to the left. Is that the required distance? Full on me just. And Steph Martin can try his luck.
There's a lot of Dustin Martin wannabes in the competition. The players are, 190 centimetres on, thickly built, chunky. Martin's a prototype at the moment for that type player.
So here is Steph Martin. Powerful athlete himself. What a noted goal kicker, it's fair to say. Just 45 in his 182 game career. Big Steph has pulled that one to the near side.
So a 9-point lead to the Hawks. They got the first three of this second term. Cam Rayner did the last from a Lions perspective, and they've got a little fight now. Mitch Robinson doing Mitch Robinson things.
Yeah, that ultra desperation, it does lift your teammates, that kind of desperation act. That was only going to be a mark, but he just got his fingertips to the ball, forced it out of bounds.
Martin with the strength to get front spot, knocked it down, wanted McLuggage, came off a boot, ended up with Rich, and then around the corner, Stratton just thumped it away. Cameron standing behind him again, Lockie Neal quick by hand, Neal by foot. O'Meara, fourth year as a Hawk. Frost, McAvoy. Now it's a foot race. Two pairs will converge. First man looks like it'll be Answorth will get there first. No. Starcevich went to ground. The oldest man ended up with the football and put into Hanrahan's hands.
That is fucking useless.
Turn inside out. Shields gets wrapped up. Drop the ball. Tackler was the debutant and Devon Robertson, and then a long ball to the wing. Front spot. Gunston. O'Meara and McCarthy rest with each other. Easy enough for Gunston, and he gets the 50.
Oh, 50.
You bashed him.
Yeah.
Just a bit of unnecessary contact. Yeah, the umpire, there was very little. We'd love to look at the replay shortly of that. Just, it's a big penalty, the 50 metre, but the umpire clearly thought there was contact after the mark.
Had to deal with a
good
lot
player.
of niggling injuries last year. Jack Gunston, we know this part of the game is as good as anyone at the
Got it.
shot goal kicking.
Oh, you're fucking close.
So Julie grab him up. And this is one that you back in mid 99 out of 100.
Is going to lead from Pips Pick and getting up close here was
Number
calling
10.
Trinity. Red Marauder was wide and muzzle burst right through on the inside, followed then by Coasting Lucky Champion out wide. As they get down the side of the course, indicators on is back about 6th or 7th on the fence. The next one, Supreme Gem, Ridgy Ridge was next, followed then by Van Zandt, Regina Margarita. Millie moves a long way back and Lucky's got you as last. Muzzle burst leads as they turn the corner. Pips Pick the outside. Getting up along the inside there, indicators on, although I can't get a run at the moment. Goan was next then, Red Marauder and Supreme Gem is running into dead ends. Goan joined now by Pips Pick, Muzzle Burst, indicators on, can't get a run. Goan moved up on the outside of Muzzle Burst and Goan in a
Things you've never heard before. Come on, win. McLuggage, Hipwood. Just looks to be a nice moving athlete, doesn't he? I mean, he's got so much height about him, but he does it all pretty effortlessly. 2 metres tall, and then just loads the ball forward. But McCarthy's got a habit of finding the ball as it floats inside 50 for the Lions.
So floated off the boot, and actually the wind probably got hold because this went pretty blustery down on ground level pre-game dust. So that one was floating all over the place, and McCarthy was the one who just read the flight, forced himself to the front position. That's a good contested mark.
There's a few Lions who had their best years of their careers last year. Nick McCarthy in his first season definitely did that. Battled so hard to just get fit.
Oh, miss it, you mutt.
Put a big season together and then didn't miss a game last year. And ironically enough, against the Cats was a man that took the big mark and kicked the sealer in that comeback win. Here's Smith.
He sends it wide and strong and his teammate out there, Henderson.
Henderson's going so well, he's not even trying to hide that he's getting on with the grey hair, he's just rolling with it.
Guard. It's a little overzealous from Bailey. Jacob Guard accepts the free kick. Another recycled player who's found their way under the tutelage of Alistair Clarkson. Normally turns out for the best. History would say he's Rayner. Starting to really impact this contest. Daniel Rich didn't have a lot of off. You can hear Tom Mitchell yelling, that's deliberate. And he's convinced the umpire.
The rule is he didn't try hard enough to keep it in. So that's where we get confused, don't we? That is what the umpire has to adjudicate. Not the deliberate, but did he try hard enough to keep it in?
Can't take that into calculation. He kicks it to the line, it's deliberate.
Okay.
it's just might have been listening to you, Lee, and he said, I've got different instructions. And if he gets it towards the line, I'm going to pay it. I must admit, I thought you were on the money, Lee, but not the case. So the Lions go forward again. The first gamer who came in late for Grant Birchall's been impressive, Robertson. Shown enough signs in his first game. Segler and Martin can't keep it in.
Just a reminder, half-time, the CEO of the AFL will be involved in a press conference. We're not quite sure of the content, but we're all pretty fearful, and we've been expecting perhaps this season to be paused at some point. We'll hear from the CEO at half-time.
We'll have to have a look at that.
Beautiful use of the ball, went low, went looking for McCarthy, then gets back involved in the action. Frawley takes
That's holding the ball.
And a strong hold.
Hawthorn. Had an arm free the whole time. Give him the football, please.
Those genuine attempts when you're being bear hugged by...
That's pretty stiff, I think, isn't it?
That's when you might have had prior opportunity. That might have been...
He had prior opportunity.
That one abuses me always.
Frawley to his new teammate and Patton. Just has it knocked away. Smith back inside. Hanrahan. Bruce involved too. Just sits on the football. Somehow Warple got it. Hanrahan just tries to buy some distance. I think out on the floor for Garner.
Hanrahan is going to get the free kick. Might be just beyond his range, so he takes the easy option to Mitchell. He's kicked that one up the chimney.
I didn't
On
like
the mark in the end. Now they go to work at ground level. Slump from Isaac Smith by Harris Andrews. What an advantage it is to be that height, that tall, and read the ball the way he did, that Harris Andrews.
Good match up for Jonathan Patton. He's not a hard, fast-moving player, Patton. He's not going to mark overhead, and Andrews has got him in that department.
Been back in early. Stretched out, couldn't quite drag it down. Systematic hard tackle of Lions.
Up again.
One of the great stories last year. Gold Coast Suns gave him up for almost nothing, and he ended up having an extraordinary season with the Brisbane Lions. Just repeat, make sure you stick around half time. We're going to take.
Coming up, Miners Miss, who's had some support. Scamper, who's capable.
Oh, come on, what's the time?
Acosta to move up. The riderless number 6.
Kick that one towards the boundary line too. But
if you're attacking, seemingly, it's never deliberate.
No, it's not that clear, that one.
No.
But it's sort of a...
But you're under pressure as a backman. 9 blokes trying to attack you, and you just desperately hack the ball out, and that's deliberate. McInerney, Segler, Smith, Clever, front spot Henderson.
Now you're holding him. Come back 3 metres, play on.
Marked in front of Starcevic, nephew of Craig Starcevic. Eyes in the Bears. Here's Scully. Hasn't he worked out well from the Hawks' point of view? People said the Hawks were mad, they knew better. They got their man, they got him right.
Well, there was some suggestion aimed that it was within the realms of possibility to play again. Tom Scully. And he comes out last year and plays 21 games, and he only played 1 the year before. So.
And Burgoyne arrived to the club on crutches. O'Meara hadn't played for a couple of years.
I think a pretty good team of ex-Giants players, wouldn't you, really? They had a incredible squad when they were first put together a few years back.
Here's Robertson again, desperate as always. Well done. Clean take in the end, and then Wingard wheels onto his left foot. Long ball to full forward. Patton knocked away by Gardner. Still a chance. Hanrahan through the legs of Henderson. Starcevic desperate. Rich clean. Tackle is okay. Martin squeezed the kick. Not too far. O'Brien ran into trouble. Lions have got the numbers. Then Witherden heads towards the interchange bench. It'll come back. Stratton.
Captain's got it. Just see the eyes generally looking inboard, but Gunston commanded the footy. Challenging environment, that one to mark in. And Liam Shields, we just hear Winston as he was tackled, no free kick to him. A little bit of a wry smile as he gets up, Liam Shields. Tough and hard around the contest, the modern player. I love watching this part of the game. You can see how brave and how skillful you've got to be in the heat of the contest these days. Charlie Cameron is brave, he's skillful.
And we talk about how different the game sounds over this weekend. The body's clashing. I mean, sometimes it...
away last Augusto coming off the pitch as they come down the side with 8.50 to run. And Yulong Emperor the leader, about a half length in front of Red Light Roxanne. A length and a half is Shiza Karaka. Rebel Typhoon on the fence. DeRosa on the inside of Scamper, who's coming into it. Then came Yulong Captain, wider out Smokin' Piero. Mount Madeira will be the widest starting the run. Well back as they turn Lord Goldberg. They were being followed by Minus Miss Keep Up. And last of all on the corner, Agosto not going well there, homeward bound. Red Light Roxanne, the front runner from Shiza Karaka. DeRosa in the clear coming after them. Rebel Typhoon getting the run. Wide out on the track, Smokin' Piero, and right down the outside, Mount Madeira. DeRosa, who's been heavily back, went to the front. Leads the way by a length and a half. Trying to run it down, Smokin' Piero, but it's DeRosa in front. Smokin' Piero can't get there at the moment, and DeRosa's going to land good bets and come on and win well. DeRosa...
Numbers already. Forward of the football, the big number of players.
So Henderson just works the ball to half forward. Easy enough in the end to take the throw again by Starcevic, who's in his third year, 4 games in his debut year. Issues with hammies last year, just the one game.
They got a beautiful zone of the whole ground, Hawthorn, so there's just no targets. Maybe the open side back pocket, which you don't want to go there, that's absolute last resort, but they've really got it covered just down the lines all the time.
So just a reminder, half-time, the AFL CEO will be holding a press conference. We wait with bated breath as Wingard slams another floating ball forward. Harris Andrews knocked to the ground. Patton watches on as Burgoyne and Rich just crash through.
Watch for a contest by Riggs, that's all he can do actually. They're under pressure, the ball then goes out, comes back in quickly, so there's a bit of space. He just had to make sure the ball didn't stay clear stay loose because there's plenty of Hawthorn players in the area.
Steph Martin with great physical strength. Kept his opponent out with one hand. Ball back in now from Morrison, and there is the half-time siren up, taken by Darcy Gardner. And the half-time score 6-2, 38 Hawthorn, 4-5, 29, the Brisbane Lions.
So it's the Hawks by 9 points, half-time at the MCG, and what appears to be the second to last game before the AFL hits the pause button on the season.
Yeah, looks like
AFL
it's finished.
CEO Gillum McLaughlin expected to hold a media conference within a matter of minutes. And with an update following these new coronavirus restrictions, Dermot Brereton and David King. It's just a very bizarre, weird feeling in the studio. And probably
Where the
right
fucking
out
hell they get her from?
land at the moment. Your initial reaction to this?
It's just such a difference to life as we know it. You sort of think the weather changes, you watch football. You get
Great player, old Dermy.
football. So yeah,
He won, what,
it is a
5
weird
premierships
thing.
for Hawthorn?
Talk about this game in a second, but I don't know. You can't really absorb that footy's going to stop.
You're a hard bastard
You're not
too.
sure how to feel. It's like a bit like a draw at the end of the game, really.
Yeah.
You're not sure what the next move is, but I think your first thoughts go to what's going to happen to your family, what's going to happen, is everyone safe, and worry about sport from there. It's a logical outcome.
Well, stick with us. You can see we've got that live pictures beaming in from AFL headquarters as soon as Gillum McLaughlin arrives. We will throw straight to that media conference, so stick with us. The other news that we're hearing through, King, is the AFLW, and maybe that the season will end as it stands at the moment. Carlton under Daniel Harford won through earlier today with a big win over the Brisbane Lions, so we're at the preliminary final stage. The Blues to play North Melbourne and Melbourne to play Fremantle, and we are hearing, this will be confirmed shortly, but we are hearing that maybe that's it, no Premier awarded whatsoever, and the season almost dead and buried. This is devastating.
Well, it is, and Fremantle were undefeated through the course of the year, so I don't know about not having a Premier. I think if you've been undefeated for the whole year to this point, I would have announced Fremantle as the Premier, to be honest. I know the Kangaroos are top of their conference. Would have been a great one-off grand final if we're able to squeeze it in this week, but not to be. You have to call it off because you can't postpone their competition. They've got to go back to their VFL equipment and the like, so it's a shame, but I'm disappointed for Fremantle and all the girls who put so much work into this season.
The border perspective here, the news that came through today, South Australia and Western Australia to shut its borders, and that Victoria and New South Wales are moving into complete lockdown over the next 48 hours, school closures from Tuesday. I want to get your perspective on the players. I'm heading over in the West at the moment. You've got the Melbourne Football Club and the West Coast Eagles, who have put 4.5 months of their pre-season into this, about to burst out and play their first game for the season in what could be their last for at least a couple of months.
They'll give it everything they've got.
Really? How do you mentally prepare?
It's just your job. It's just what you do. Players, when you're a player, you need to be told what to do. It sounds weird, and you think of footballers are so individualistic in their certain behaviours. They need a structure.
At least another 2 minutes.
Yeah, number 6.
In any case, there's your market on screen with Save Your Enthusiasm as your $2.30 favourite ahead of Tug of War at 5 and $7.50 Redeemer.
Them to exhaustion, and the players will do that. But players need somebody telling them. If they send them away from the clubs, you're not allowed at this club for 8-12 weeks. Most of them will do all right. They'll keep running and they'll do, but it'll completely fall away. Their standards, their ball handling, their skill set will fall away. They'll keep their fitness. They'll go and jog and they'll go and run. But it's a different thing. Players need boundaries. They need somebody driving them. They need the structure of a football routine. They need structure. It's remarkable you say that because you haven't followed the rule in 30 years. But or anything you want to mention there. But I'd say most players. I think this afternoon will be interesting. The next game coming up will be. I mean, they'd have to be distracted fractionally, but then there's.
Do you address it if you're Alex Simpson and you're Simon Goodwin? Do you address it?
You've got no choice, and you're probably saying to the players, "Hey, this is the last game you're going to play for a while. Put on a show. Go out there and give it your best. Don't regret any actions that you."
Could be like the local leagues that called off their grand finals in other sports. You get a good percentage. You might finish on top after round one and be awarded the fellowship by the end of the year.
We weren't due to have Collingwood and Richmond on Thursday night footy, which could have been the grand final if they kept it going for a few. So what about half-time here at the MCG? You've got to feel for these players. They're in the rooms at the moment.
I wouldn't tell the team.
Will they know? That's the thing. Does it filter through?
They're locked in emotionally to what they're doing right now. I would not let anyone tell the team.
And if, as expected, there is the pause button that's hit for maybe 2 months up to the end of May, there's still precious 4 points up for grabs, isn't there? And particularly, even more important, if it does become a shortened season.
Yeah, you can't. The disaster is for teams like the Western Bulldogs, who had such a poor showing, lost a lot of percentage, and had an embarrassing night, really. They had to live with that one for 8 weeks. So that'd be the jump.
Well, that's bad luck, isn't it?
So with that in mind, they can give you a little bit of confidence there. One bobbing.
What are you doing?
Go first up last for 1200. He had no luck at all beating a length behind Handle the Truth, and if he runs up to that with a big straight, he's going to be rocketing home here.
So you're drifting away, 420 to 440. Selections from Rob Tester in race number 8 on the card. Having a look here, and his numbers in race 8. He's gone at 1 on top to beat 4, 7 and 5. Rexy Pest, he's on topper. Alright, so moving in well at Bairnsdale, we'll take you to Bairnsdale now for the call. Sandown Park to go in the split screen.
To Kiss, which is the main set of colours, the quarter cap. We've got Tug of War and a red cap. Tycoon Felix is in the club colours, which are white. Tycoon Felix, winner of 3 of its last 4 starts, all at the picnics, including the Buchan and Hinamunji Cups. Now here's Redeemer going in. So assembling well at Chapper Charlie. It's a little short of his best trip, but not without a chance. And now Tycoon Felix in those white club colours coming up, and for East Gippsland Higher, a second last. Right to go, big field. The starter about to send them on their way, and they're off now. Atomic Charge and Hard to Kiss go back early. At the other end, it's Tug of War, Romney Vince and Saviour Enthusiasm, who's hunting up from the fence. And their Redeemer, Chapper Charlie's 5th. There's a few pressing on, including Springer very wide and Shamrock Joy as well off the track. So they're changing their order as they drive into the first bend. There's a few pressing on and a bit of a wave from wider gates. Romney Vince and Springer now come across to lead from Tug of War, Shamrock Joy slotting in 4th. Saviour Enthusiasm, Redeemer, Chapper Charlie exposed 3 wide, then comes Paint the Stars. On the running rail, Atomic Charge is over racing, then Jocks, and they'll followed by All Brown. It's running 4th last, Ollie Forward is with it. And then Hard to Kiss, and back with it is one of its stable mates in Tycoon Felix as they head down the back straight, and a new leader. It's a Shamrock Joy now going to the front. 800 metres left to go. Shamrock Joy by length and a half on Springer, Romany Vince. Chabachati's done it tough, 2 lengths away and 3 wide, but now gets some cover. It slots in outside of Tug of War and the red cap, and then 2 lengths Redeemer, Saviour, Enthusiasm, the fence and a bit of traffic. Atomic Charge from Paint the Stars getting mobile there, 3 lengths on All Brown. Ollie forward, and then comes on the running rail Hard to Kiss from Tycoon Felix and Jonks. Shamrock Joy, though, still going well around the bend, and the Flashy Chestnut enters the straight by 2 to 3 lengths, opening up on Springer. And then comes Tug of War, getting through now, looks at Chance and Saviour Enthusiasm working home down the outside. So Saviour Enthusiasm coming after Tug of War, who took the inside run. Inside run, Tug of War, Saviour Enthusiasm, the outside. Saviour Enthusiasm goes up and snatches the victory from Tug of War, another placing for it. Several lengths to Springer, and they were followed by Hard to Kiss running on from the back. In behind those runners was Springer, and then Chabot Charlie, Atomic Charge, Shamrock Joy gave a sight coming up to the bend. Jocks was next.
The stall now, and there's 3 to get ready. They are Pat Snipper the Drake and Mr. Wong.
To say that this is the most serious threat to our game in 100 years is an understatement. It is unprecedented in its impact. It is unprecedented in the impact it's having on our game and the wider community. And as a community and as a code, we all need to take the unprecedented and required actions to get through this together. I know that everyone involved in our game and our millions of supporters will be impacted by this decision, and that many people will suffer significant hardship, as are people right across our community. But I also know that we all have a responsibility to the community and to each other, and we'll have to work collectively to overcome this crisis. We were given advice by the government and the chief medical officers that it was right to start the season. But that advice also included that our season would be paused at some stage. It was the right decision to start the season, and today it is clearly now the right decision to stop. That's why we've acted immediately to take this step, to play our role in the community and protect the long-term future of our game. The AFL plan is to play all remaining 144 games plus finals this year. The competition will need to remain agile and flexible on when those games are scheduled and when play returns. As I said the other night, we are prepared to run as late as possible in 2020 to complete the season if it was required. Our focus over the coming days is working with the clubs to embed medical protocols.
It's finished.
Murray will fight back to win, and Big Bobbing, who had come from a minute back, rushed up to them
Number
quickly.
7.
Alright, so
Yes.
too far, he
You
kicks
got a winner.
on the inside for Grant Buckley, just holds off Bobbing, whose run may have just peaked, 50 out first up, and Lume is in third. Look, we'll address the winner first, Brad. Horse with an outstanding overall strike rate. He just keeps going from strength to strength.
Yeah, exactly right. Well done to Todd Howard. He's prepared this horse perfectly, this preparation, and he's got a bit of a picket fence 3 in a row now, and he's won 4 from 5 this time in, but more importantly into that final.
Broadcast and corporate partners, the AFL and our clubs, our members, our supporters, for their support and their understanding of what's been an unprecedented time in the game's history. I especially want to thank our staff, who have been tireless in working with everyone across football through this issue. The only way that footy can find a way through is to continue to be agile, flexible, and most importantly, united. I'm happy to take questions.
come to this, Steve, in terms of maybe I thought, I obviously I contemplated in the last week or 10 days maybe, but unimaginable 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, let alone a year ago. And well, this is just unprecedented for all businesses, for our communities, for Australians. So there are a lot of people having to make tough decisions to get us through this.
What was the moment for you, Bill, knowing you'd have to sit there and do this today, given it was less than a week ago that you said let's start the season? Well, what was the moment over the course of the past 48 hours to the federal government response to that?
I guess I don't know yet. I think I flagged we knew this day was coming. We hoped it would be a little further down the track, but we also knew that it was possible today. And so as soon as the measures hardened to accept that we need to play our role in working with those and leading. And I know the government's been generous to say we could play on, or it's up to us, but it's time now to
Lock Cup, and ran second in the Penang Cup, I should say, is a $20 chance.
AFL clubs, CEOs, you've just briefed them, no doubt. Gil, what's the reaction on that phone call?
I think they're shocked. Things become very real in the last couple of hours. And it's going to be a very real few days as people, me and chief executives and presidents have got to have honest conversations with staff and with people, because this is a very human part of the business. This virus is taking an incredibly personal toll physically on many people, and will continue to do so. But the economic cost and the livelihood cost is significant as well, and we've got to stay united and work through it as a community in whatever industry you're in.
Tip here for the solvency of some of the smaller clubs to get through this?
It's challenged, Steve, but we'll get there. The Federal Treasurer today gave some comfort for businesses for the next 6 months, which is a start, and we're obviously working collectively to secure liquidity so that we protect, obviously, the AFL and all our 18 clubs, and that's what we've been working on over the last week or so.
How disappointing was the decision regarding the women's competition, obviously, to get so close and leave in its infancy to now have no cricket?
There's no winners today. Yeah, so I think the decision is incredibly disappointing. I think the decision didn't end up being obvious today, but I would love to have finished.
Did you consider crowning a premier this year?
It was discussed. It was discussed whether, frankly, it was a range of discussions whether it be the minor premier. Difficult with 2 conferences, but there was a leader there, but decided it was looked at whether you could have a ranking including finals percentage, but in the end that would have all been contrived. There's not a winner this year because we've been stood down by something much bigger.
You canvassed all options, and I know you just said there's a commitment to play the 144 games, but is it possible there's no more games for 2020?
Dan, I don't know where this goes. We can all have a view about the modelling and flattening of the curve. What we have been advised by government is we can't indefinitely stay locked down now. So I don't know what that looks like. I don't know when it gets better. We all hope it's months, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. I don't know. We will continue to reassess. We'll take the advice, and we'll do what we need to do to survive as an industry, and we'll do what we need to do to look after everyone's health and well-being right across the community.
What do you say to the Demons and West Coast going with today's game?
Well, the first and last game of footy for those guys for 8 weeks, so I just hope they feel liberated and understand then that why it's going to be the last game for a while.
Great, thanks everyone.
Thanks, you.
So from ghost games to no games, a shell-shocked and
here this afternoon, but good form on that pup and Joe one. Rosen's 5 to 440, did nothing first up at Caloundra, but showed a lot of speed. Coming back to a track like this will suit. And See Your On's another horse with a good record. It's 1, 2 or 4. Has won around Kilcoy over the 800. A little bit tame at the Gold Coast last up, but that was on a soft track, and getting back up on top of the ground here this afternoon could be the key. Quickly, Brad, you went 4, 1, 5, 6.
Yeah, hard to beat the favourite here. Can't really knock it, and it's been, as you said, a bit of support around for it as well. So 4 on top for me here. In race number 6, Lou Lights Out, good run first up at Toowoomba, and should take national improvement off that. It's going to be right there on speed. See You On, Von Rosen, and Sitch Your Option. The others there.
So I want to watch the TV. There's a rugby. The rugby finished too.
The other day in 900 metre event, 65 class 3 here at Kilcoy, and 5 Von Rosen. Just probably knocked out first up when led at the Sunny Coast. Went wide in that class 4, so back to a class 3 here. Hasn't settled further back than third in all 3 starts as well, so she's going to be right up there. And
what if they stop the races?
AFL or if you're an AFL, SANFL player, if suddenly they're going to have this supplementary draft and they need to draw more players in, so
well, you don't know what form they've got. You're basing it. If you need to draw somebody in from the secondary competitions, SANFL, VFL, anybody in that second tier, you're going to base your selection on a mid-season draft on what you've seen in 2019.
Okay, well, we're about set at the MCG. As I mentioned, 6 quarters left in 2020 before we hit the pause button officially for at least the next 2 months, maybe longer. It's Hawthorn 6-2-38 leading the Brisbane Lions 4-5-29, a lead of 9 points at the main break. Fox Footy has convened an
To 6th, about 2 lengths away then to Your Option, the inside of him, placeable, a length and a half to Christopher at the rear. So it's helter-skelter early, but the favourite held them out. Lily Lights Out towards the 6th.
Second half of Brisbane and the Hawks.
And if the Lions fans, if you're to win the game, the Lions need to mark the ball inside forward 50. They took 2 for the first half, and they've fallen off the pace a bit. They need to mark the ball in the front half of the ground.
And we're underway in the second half. We're going to savour this. Please stick with us here. 7 News special tonight with all the latest on what is an extraordinary time in all our lives, and we hope to get some entertainment. It has been an entertaining first half. Really interesting game. We're contacting the clubs just to find out whether or not the players are informed that this will be their final half. So everything that comes to light, we'll keep you updated on. The Lions surge forward, and that one's out of bounds on the full. Off the boot of Answorth. And Jack Gunson's got the ball deep in defence. Sends it high and long. Strong down the wing. Segler got it down to O'Meara. And now Berry steers it to the ever agile and talented Eric Hipwood.
It's good hands, isn't it? Under pressure. Bit of contact from behind. He's got the height. He's going to get his hands up there at the ball. It's impossible to spoil him when he's so tall, but your hands are going to be strong enough to hit the ball hard and clock it. That was a really nice mark.
And he's a capable long-distance set shot kick, Eric Hipwood. It's a real thing at the moment. I must admit, so much swirling around everyone's heads, and all Eric Hipwood thinks about is can he kick one 50 metres? He's done it before.
Good kick, mate. Yeah, good kick. They're useless bastard.
Didn't get through it at all, that kick.
So Tom Mitchell on return a dozen times in the first half to O'Meara. You feel as though those two have combined a little over the journey ahead. Superb players both. Harris Andrews, famed as if he was just going to take the ball out, kept it in and ends up with Berry, who kicks the ball forward. Might have come just off the outside
fucking Frawley.
Deliberately to put it
I know, mate.
path of McStay, who's probably 30 metres out with a reasonably acute angle.
That's good sign for the Lions. Now their second big tall forward is actually Clunk. A contested mark from the front position now. McStay this question. This should be a fairly gimme goal, 25 metres out, but this is the pressure. This is the real pressure spot. It's not so much the execution of a straight kick, it's the execution of kicking it straight, kicking it hard, don't
It was only 45, and he's absolutely roasted. Straight through the middle, McStay gets his first of the year.
Yeah, Clister Ballora. The one well at Geelong on debut last preparation. Only other run at Munuel. He started $3.20, beaten 7 lengths there, but pulled up with a slow recovery. So I want to be really forgiving there. Should get back for final.
Yep. More than him in terms of, like, he'll play more as probably, if you want to term anyone a full forward these days, he probably plays that big key forward role. McInerney is usually in there as the second ruckman, and then Hickwood is the moving tall. So you can't say enough for handling the pressure of just the occasion here. He takes the mark, but now he's got to handle the pressure of the occasion, execute a straight kick, and he did it. I mean, not much to kick the ball straight from 25 metres, but the pressure's on your shoulders, your team's behind. He managed it, handled it well.
Dan McStay, big contested mark winner, kicks his first goal. And now we're back. The big O. O'Meara just ran over the top of it slightly. Segler was clever enough to get it unorthodoxly, you'd have to say, to Shields, but now opens up a bit of an opportunity here for Jack Dunstan. Just placed that one beautifully in the end. Encouraged O'Meara to run into that part of the ground. Harris Andrews has been really strong back there. Berry, Lockie Neal did really well to get it through back to Berry. Under some attention from Scully. Andrews tumbles one down the line. Off hands and out of bounds.
Just in that passage of play, Lee,
Play a length and a half back pillbox, and on its outside is Geelong Savings. Cliffs of Ballora going up deeper still. A length and a half to nearest the pin, Sweet Gift, and Winsome Voyage outside that pair last of all. So they're pretty compact coming around the bend. They've got 450 to go. Dinger in front of Button Express and Neck. Cliffs of Ballora wide out on the track has travelled up stylishly to go after the leaders. Under a bit of pressure, Geelong Savings and then Pillbox. Cliffs of Ballora now pop the question. He's had to do a bit of work in the run. Moves up on the outside of Dinger, who's in for the fight, and Button Express the centre. 3 abreast. Cliffs of Ballura's in front. Might just have a class edge on them. Dinger's coming back with Button Express. Here's a go. The favourite, I think, maybe, but I'm not 100%. Cliffs of Ballora and Dingle.
This one easy, mate.
extend their lead again by Bruce's brilliance.
I gotta go.
Segler knew exactly where his man was going to be. Bruce finishes the chain. There's a few players
Just replay, you
when they
bastards.
have their hands, you know they're going to treat the ball as if it's a farmer dealing with their last tank or two of water. They just won't waste it, and he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He's a beautiful...
Come on, give us a replay.
Snapshot for us. He had a few metres. That was a terrific...
Jeez, they're bloody useless, I'll tell you.
Ground level combination.
Right.
Let's have a look at this. I mean, that's a fantastic hit in the space by Segler. And then once he got the ball with a little bit of space, the ability to hit the ball over his shoulder, and that is a wonderful combination between terrific ruck work by Segler and then an excellent finish by Bruce.
Well, Bruce kicks his second goal of the afternoon. He was an All-Australian with 54 goals in 2018, 34 last year. Had some challenges, the Hawks, but his high standards haven't diminished at all. Yeah, the call Warps get it out to me. Liam Shields ended up on the receiving end of that one. Now the Lions. Chance to reload from centre wing. Timely fist from Sicily. And he was able to take care of that one really comfortably.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, still
Thanks, Ted.
as focused as ever, Clunker.
Now you learn to live in the moment, don't you, Darcy?
Yeah.
That's what this game's all about. You can't worry about what happened a few seconds ago. In a few seconds' time, you've got to just focus on what you've got to do right now. They're trying to do that. I mean, they don't know what's just happened this last 20 minutes, but they're just trying to actually cope with the contest.
Comes back to Agassi's philosophy. What's the most important point?
Next one.
Yeah.
Players of all sports and codes need to
Oh,
continue
piss
moving
off.
forward, being positive. Andrews thought about going to half forward. It looked a very crowded zone, so inboard to Rich. Just listen to the sound of the ball off Rich's boot.
Guys, got to reset.
You alluded to it pre-game, Das, and then mentioned it during the call. We were just watching the Lions kicking the ball at goal, and we're all kicking from the 50 where the Telstra logo is, and every time Daniel Rich was kicking, you knew who it was without turning around and watching, because it just sounded different.
Yeah, watch you kick it so far for so long. It's like a golfer that hits a long ball that doesn't have to over swing the club. It's just the timing of execution.
Wham!
There's the
Cannon. There's a cannon. Chance for Stephen Martin. The gather was good. Had O'Brien hot on his hammer. McCluggage ran into 3 Hawks. Henderson went to get it. Had it ripped away by the youngster in Rayner, and Morrison having to step over. The conversations that happen throughout are fascinating. Martin, he's just been a bull for a long time. You talk about players that hardly miss. They played 121 of the last 125, not missed in 3 years. O'Brien, he's trying to get to a spot where he's a regular for Hawks. Rayner, brilliant to kneel, and then the hurry ball floating forward. McCarthy used his body really well. Lions got involved, ended up with McAvoy. Quick hand from Robertson. On debut to Lions, ends up with it again after a cut back in his direction.
Hawthorn, Ross. Time back on.
Walker, best and fairest in his second year at Hawthorn. Takes some really good players 3 years to win the best and fairest.
Yes,
they got to win 8, but second year.
Only one of 4 Hawthorn players ever to win to BNF under the age of 20. One. The Great Lethal did it twice, if my stats are correct, Lou.
Yeah, 1920. 71 and 72, I think it was, yeah.
So Adams, he's a big, powerful unit. Managed to get it through some heavy traffic. Now it opens up for Frost. Gets it back to Sicily. You might think he's a chance, James Sicily. Under pressure from Hipwood, affected the kick into the pocket. A lot of congestion there has been at either forward end. You had to work pretty hard on most occasions. Now Sicily ran it better than Hipwood. Short one was pretty good to Hanrahan. So it might be too far out for the little man to score, I would have thought. But what will he do? He's going to think his way through it. A lot of numbers back. Just waiting for a lead to present, and there was not much on offer.
Fuck
Now
hell.
said I can hit that one pretty easily.
I think he pulled the kick. He probably was a 55-metre carry for the goal, so he tried to pull the kick. But gee, there's so many players back there, and they're all, the defence is ready for that short kick too.
Hipwood and Sicily. Warple couldn't affect the tackle on McCarthy, who was trying to shark the ball. Still hasn't taken it cleanly, now does. Rich had to wait a while, but that time just to put boot to ball. Martin goes back with a flight. Lyons crumbed it beautifully, then kick really went nowhere. So Brian can sweep the handball and does. Problem with the sun for Sicily, then a problem with the bounce, but had a friend in O'Brien who came and helped out. Hipwood gets involved. Somehow got his left boot to it. And then a second time around the corner, I think Lyons might have been better served to call McCluggage out of it. Got the ball. Back to McCluggage.
Piss off.
In the hands of Berry. So Berry, 45-degree angle. He'll hit it from about 35 metres. Just signed a big 5-year deal, Lee Berry. He's been...
He's a very good young player and great leadership ability almost from the time he walked into the club as an 18-year-old. Got a lot of substance, part of the leadership group, but certainly a potential captain as he matures into his 20s.
22 now. Jared Berry from Warrnambool. He's
Good lad.
kept it right. So the Hawks by 8.
Which mathematically in this instance couldn't quite be possible. So I would take those flights.
Andrews is involved now at the back. The Hawks get to Wingard. They're out here, the Hawks. They can get moving. Floplo's got a ball inboard and he accepts it to O'Brien. Back to Hanrahan. Sean Burgoyne's in the goal square on his own. Will it get there? Didn't quite. He's pretty clever. He's got options and cuts on a couple and just did what he does.
Good on you, Sean.
The Silk's got 3, and there's a bit of joy for you.
So he's going through his mind going, I better use someone else. And then he looked around and thought, there's no better option than me.
Well, it just looked like Marcus Adams was going to nail him in the tackle, but somehow or other the tackle fell off, and all of a sudden then Burgos 20 metres out, open space, easy goal. The Hawthorn almost play a rope-a-dope type. They're better when the ball's in the back half of the opposition. When the ball came over the back from the kick in, they were off. And so this is the last bit now. It looked like Marcus Adams had him cold in the tackle, but somehow or other fell off the tackle, and then it becomes a really easy goal from Burgon. He's a hard to tackle, Burgon always has been.
Sometimes he's just got too many tricks in the trick man league. He was just sort of scanning through his mind.
Bonjour Bill goes in. And we're now set to go for the final race at Bairnsdale.
Number 1.
1,000 metres. The light flashing on top of the gates. Hawksmoor inside alley. Guy Clover looking for a double. Started just waiting, there's the signal and they're away. Stanborough a bit slow, I'm cheeky going back with Prussian Dream and Spun Dice. Bonjour Bill won the jump, quickly pressing forward, deeper Cheap Tycoon. Magnicity's up there in the first 3 or 4 as they try and sort the order out. Themis Lucci going ahead of it, and then comes Hawksmoor back on the running rail. A length away to Dominant Way, and then followed by Infernal Spun Dice. Stanborough, I'm cheeky. Prussian Dream, and back at the tail end.
From Port Adelaide, 2009, it looked like his knees were gone and he was almost finished as a player 10 years ago.
Josh Kay, who's our head researcher, just whispered in my ear, Roger Federer.
Straight Dominant Way and then Prussian Dream right to the outside. Into the home running, and it's a Cheap Tycoon from Hawksmoor called upon. Reeling in the leader now, 2 lengths on Infernal. But Hawksmoor took over. Hawksmoor now starting to extend on Cheap Tycoon. Infernal trying to make up ground down the outside, but Hawksmoor.
As he gets to 40, that would be a sight to behold. O'Meara, that was pretty clever. Spinning, handballing and getting it through now. Wingard. Fioplo went back. Over the head, he just went to the voice of O'Meara, and it was a little too sharp. Lockie Neal, he's sharp. McCluggage on his way to being a really elite player. Hipwood now, he's got one on Charlie Cameron. You reckon you picked that out? Charlie's just saying, get it to me quickly before the camera. Oh, Charlie was going to do
it's a free kick.
Yeah, might have overcooked it. And he's not leaving anything to the tank, is he? Look at this.
Oh, no, he does have the odd unrealistic attempt. That was it in a nutshell. I mean, he was going to have to jump about 15 foot in the air from that loop.
Stratton looks for Segler or Henderson. Henderson drifts in front of Segler and the big O, and over the top. The ball lands in the hands of Scully. Fioplo was the target, missed in the end. Rich went without it. O'Meara fed to Smith, might just get back O'Meara, and then quickly to Frost, who wasn't quick enough. Bailey grabbed him, ball dislodged. Bailey had time to get it, then measures the kicks to full forward, going back with a bit of speed as McCarthy might go off the ground. Cameron!
Fuck.
He puts it into the back of the net.
There's that Frost. He's bloody useless.
Within 8 points.
Fucking give him back.
Great speed, Charlie Cameron. You watch him in a foot race, he'll often be a length or 2 behind, but by the time he gets to what he wants to get to, he's in front.
Well, that's why they've given up playing the small, quick play on it, because it's too quick for everyone, really, when he accelerates. I mean, he made up about 10 metres and about 20 in that chase into goal square, but the turnover in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, fucking hell.
The tackle, ball was turned
No, I knew it when they recruited him. Fucking useless. There he is. There he is, number 8. No, he missed it. Fucking. He's not the answer, that's for sure. Cost him a goal. That's 2 goals he cost us.
If you just joined our coverage, the extraordinary news through is that the AFL season will be suspended following the final game of the round. West Coast Eagles Melbourne tonight in Perth through the 31st of May. So 2 months suspension given the news that the been closed in relevant states. There will be no AFLW Grand Final. It will be called null and void. Tragically this year, the players are immediately stood down from training. All training has been closed, so stick with us. We'll get to 3/4 time. We'll give you all of the latest news as it comes to hand.
Thanks, guys.
So let me just ask you, I mean, we're absorbed in this game at the moment, and you are a live-by-the-moment sort of person, but people look to their leaders at this stage. I mean, what are your thoughts of
I think
the response to
this
this?
was inevitable. It was only a matter of whether it was this week, next week, or the week after. It was going to happen. So now we know that. So now the games won't be played. But I just think as a community, follow instructions. Be coachable. That's the basic principle.
I love how logical the thinker Lee Matthews is, isn't it? Just follow instructions.
Listen to your coach.
Listen to your coach.
Yeah.
Let's get the community-minded spirit going.
The government are our coach at the moment.
Yep.
And the medical people in the government, they're our coach.
And you hope the great community-minded thinking gets into play here, Haim. I think hopefully that is the spirit of AFL football, is it? In these times we look out for each other.
Are you watching the next game?
Oh, look at this.
He's only thinking about this guy now.
What was that?
Are you watching the next game?
Yeah.
I might head off and I'll come back.
There he is.
Ooh. He's running.
Look at the kick. Fucking garbage. Fucking hell. Got to kick a goal here, mate. He's got it. Has he got it?
Yep. Yeah, I'll probably, after the game I'll go back and then I'll quickly come back.
Oh, what's happening here?
Time for next game.
Score review. Umpire's call is a goal. Can you please check the hit in the post? Review underway.
So how we get a look at the new Arc bunker, which is back at AFL headquarters, powered by RMIT, and they've got all of the experts, all the relevant cameras, and top left.
There's a movement in the spin of the ball. If the ball, all of a sudden the ball starts to spin differently, that means it may have...
Review complete. Looking at these angles, there appears to be a gap between the ball and the post as it goes through, and there is no clear spike on edge. Decision on the scoreboard.
Goal.
So there you go, the Drinkwise score review.
Yeah, it didn't look like it hit the post from that angle. Goal.
Certainly couldn't have overturned it with what we saw from the Arc.
Yeah, goal! Fucking umpire.
Second quarter, cricket up to 34.
Post.
Oh, another goal for
I love the way that works. That was very clear.
You beat these bastards.
Yeah, I think the communication, I think because they've redone it. There's
Fucking
only
shut them up.
People doing all the games all around the country, so therefore they should be experts at this particular function, and that's been the evolution of that of this particular technology, or the evolution of the system.
We know that it's not going to be perfect, but it's refined, and it's better than it was. So Ryan missed the target, followed up and nailed it.
Been dangerous, that's where Hawthorn have been dangerous, when that quick almost turnover in the middle of the ground into their forward 50. That's where they've kicked the majority of the goals. 9-2, they've only 11 shots, but they've been very accurate. But a lot of them have been easy shots when the last kick was set up.
McInerney, first touch on the footy. O'Meara's
O'Meara.
Advantage paid. It probably wasn't ideal in the end for the Lions. They hack it to half forward. And Charlie Cameron, so elusive, Tumbles that one high and long. Rayner in front.
Oh.
Stay trying to get onto it. Sicily was good enough to get it to McAvoy. Isaac Smith, Rayner got a good piece of him, but the kick fortuitously landed with Stratton, who worked a little 1-2 Ben Stratton. And down the line, Mark's been taken by Rhythm and farms it off to Daniel Rich. That big long left foot, and there's Sicily again doing what he does so well, courageously going back with the flight. And I have to say, it's remarkable to think that there's a group of players out there. The landscape of the football world, the landscape of our community's changed forever. And they're none the wiser as far as we know. It's quite surreal, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have thought we talked about the Scottish homes. I thought it was probably 50-50, but it's going to end this week anyway. The Scottish wasn't home. So the players probably aware that any game could be their last for a period of time. So it won't come as an enormous surprise when they get off the field in about half hour's time.
Hipwood front spot. Sicily did enough, and then Morrison just ran into trouble. I just think about that score review.
Call me Herbie about to come forward. Turfonic still out of the gates with...
We might have been complaining a little bit too much over the journey. Gardner, big thump. O'Brien was next to him. Bailey had to wait a little while. Knew where he wanted to get the ball to and did to McCluggage. Answorth tried to bust on through. Couldn't. Lyons watches as Scully taps. Smith beaten to it. In the end, around the corner, Noah Answorth thumps the ball. Front spot, Rayner through the legs of Seglin. Picked up by Stratton. Couldn't boot the ball. Hipwood might use his right boot. He's gone long. Lions fans at home, we cheering. Players happy. He's got a couple.
Fuck off. He's been buried, that prick.
So back to within 7.
Just next to you, Devil won the cup a couple of weeks ago. Jarment's the last one to go in. 1390 metres for race 8. Lights blinking. Stand by for a start. And they're off and racing. And a good dispatch with on the inside. Onward.
Still a contest. They're just sniffing around the lines. They have persisted with this drive the ball to the front of the goal square, the lines, and every now and again, someone has to do something special at ground level. That's his second ground level goal. But that was a really nice shot under pressure. They're going to take every chance at the lines because Hawthorn every now and again just flow through into their forward 50 and kick an easy goal.
That's something special. The 200 centimetres to pick it up, duck underneath a tackler, and on your knock-the-third snap a goal. Eric Hipwood, well played, young man. Just having a thought, Leon, I'll ask you in a moment to get the break-in play about the three-quarter time address and which way you might go. I suspect there might be a bit of inspiration. And here's Jager O'Meara. Good enough to get it back and a bit of pressure out there being applied. The Hawks good enough through Warple.
Oh, that's garbage.
And then his kick was partially smothered. This one's going to run out of bounds unless McStay can keep it in. He's done pretty well so far. He did exceptionally well in the end, eventually wrapped up before he's got hold of him. I reckon Leopold.
Onward, and Leonardo goes on to win. Leonardo from Angel's Wish onward, and then Turfonic running into 4th. Then Call Me Herbie from a tiring Jarment.
I reckon that's the point of the behind the team behind. Perhaps that might need some kind of. Well, each their own. I wouldn't be mentioning it. I don't think for either of these teams, but there's about a goal in it. I don't think it adds anything to their ability to focus and concentrate what they're doing at this point in time.
Been told we'll speak with both coaches on the ground post-match, which will be fascinating listening. O'Meara took on a couple of lines and beat them, just couldn't find his way to get the boot onto the ball.
Fucking hell!
Ricochet doing desperate stuff from Frost, knocked it in Bailey direction, came off his face, ends up with Wingard after a series of ricochets, and then sends it out to the wing on the southern side of this fabulous ground in Puopolo. Then looks for Burgoyne, got 3 for the afternoon, couldn't possibly end up with 4, could he? Scully might allow him to. Burgoyne, terrific pickup, too far out, just works into a dangerous spot, sets up Patton, who's going to hopefully get his first as a Hawk.
Yeah.
That takes real skill, doesn't it? I mean, to basically...
He's a good kick for goal too, this
Patton
one.
was just dropping into the...
That fucking Frost is useless.
Harris Andrews is always covering the goal side. But that is just a beautiful kick to advantage for you. set your teammate up with a 20-metre shot at goal. Jeez, he's been outstanding in that forward 50.
This guy's a good player.
Could be the last kick of the corner.
So Patton, 89 games as a Giant over 8 years.
Good lad.
Leading goal scorer years ago.
Good on you,
His
man.
first goal now as a Hawk. Plenty of smiles. So right on half-time, he extends the lead to 13 points. And nice way to be set up with your first goal. One of the greats of all time, not just at Hawthorn, just full stop. Delivers a ball cutely in your direction.
There was one bit of space that might have been usable. Patton found it, but more importantly, Burgoyne found him in that space.
That's right.
And then we often say you've got to go to where your teammate can actually get it to you. Well, within Burgoyne, that's almost anywhere.
We still he can win this game.
When he's got half a step, he'll find his target.
Burgoyne has an amazing ability to see what should be done. That's the first part, but then actually do it.
Yeah, skill execution, decision making, skill execution, the perfect double.
That's a nice moment, isn't it? 3 ACL reconstructions. John Patton, he was #1 draft pick, regarded as the best player in the country at that stage by a long way. For a big man, it's a huge load to deal with, and let's hope that's the start of some more joy to come. 3/4 time siren, and the scoreline is there. 62+49. It's a 13-point lead to the Hawthorn Football Club. But the big headline is this: the AFL season has been stood down to the 31st of May. There will be no AFLW Premiership Award this year. That is the end of the AFLW season. Training will be closed for all players during that time, and we'll give you all the latest updates. It's been a remarkable day, a remarkable time in all of our lives. We're live from the MCG. We wonder what's going through the thoughts of the players when they find out in a short time. We're thinking everyone out there, the community AFL is thinking of you. We'll get through this together. We'll come back and give you the latest on what's happening in an ever-changing environment. Live from the MCG, it's the Hawks by 13 points.
Come on.
Roll up he goes.
26 to 18 now.
We're there in defence. There it is with Cam.
Oh, so what do you reckon about the 9 AFL until 31st of May?
Oh, well, they got to do it. It's this mongrel bloody disease. It's stuffing everything up. Everything. And they're fucking slowpeds. And they're bullshit. Everyone's got to fucking put up with it. That's the trouble with letting the mongrels in the country. They bring their stinking disease with them. And all their bullshit that goes with it. It's not as bad as here as what is some other places though. Like bloody Italy. There must be a fucking Asian invasion in fucking Italy. There's over, what, 4,000 fucking dead or something in Italy. Jesus. So the fucking Chinese are everywhere. Trying to take over everything. They want to own everything. Had the right idea many years ago. They were never allowed in the country. The White Australia policy. None of these fucking niggers, anything yellow, slopehead or nothing wasn't allowed in. You know? And all these fucking do-gooders. Oh, multiculturalism. Yeah, look what it's done.
Yeah.
But it never changed back to what it was.
No.
Australia was a lot better place years ago. Without these bastards, I tell you.
Yeah,
anyway.
That can agree on.
That's the way things have changed. Fucking Asians. Mongrels are everywhere. They breed like fucking rabbits.
Still on for the Tigers. Short side. And Ali almost gets there as well. Tackle number 5, the Tigers. Trailing by 8. Billy Walters. Oh no, 12 on the last, or on the 4th tackle. He ends up with a ball. I thought for a moment it was going to break down horribly. They played advantage. The Knights offside on the ropes.
Well, they were on the ropes. They defended well there, the Knights, to hold the Tigers out. But to get on with things here, the Tigers, they've got the Knights in a vulnerable position here now.
She came on play 1. Hanging on again, it's Glasby. They've been almost hit in. Twelve with the ball again. For the Tigers, hasn't scored a try in his career. He gets a look at the goal line and says, what's that? Again tonight, slow to release. Reynolds, oh, it's knocked out of his hands. Well, that's to be said, but they can't. They are deliberately blocking opportunity here for the Tigers. They're out on their feet after the run against play.
Yeah, so we still don't know.
It is.
We still don't know what. We still don't know yet about the NRL, about what will happen with that.
NRL?
Yeah.
They'll have to stop too.
The Rome Rangers
They're stopping everything.
489 start made
These bloody stinking bastards.
placings. Unreliable is 488 to 6. A 4-year-old by a reliable man who ran second at Ascot last start. Once were lost, an interesting horse. He's a 4-year-old by Nathaniel, who is the sire of Enable. This fellow hasn't been seen since September of last year. So he'd get better with age. He's interesting here first up. Luna de la Terre is 8 to 6.50. It's only had the one starter, Huisance Staloon going, and was okay there at Pinjarra on debut as well. And that's about.
Readers, the new series. Watch on demand.
The new season of Selling Houses Australia, Wednesday 8:30 on Lifestyle.
Who will make it to the grand final? Will it be Australia's favourite or a poker player?
What a time to bring out the big guns.
My Kitchen Rules, Monday.
Three-quarter time, Hawthorn lead by 13. Here's the Macca's moment. Here's the man. Thought about giving it off, tried to give it off, and thought, that didn't work out so well, so I'll finish things off myself. Sean Burgoyne, he is simply a marvel. 37 years of age, gained 377. Well, the way he's going, he won't play as much footy as anyone thought he would this year, the way things have panned out. Hopefully we see more of him. Gilly, what are your thoughts in terms of the news?
Oh, look, I feel a bit flat. Obviously the players and the coaches don't know, but yeah, it feels a bit flat down here at the moment. But look, there's a quarter to be played, and look, the game's pretty even at the moment, and they play very similar style in that their forwards and their mids run back and help the defence. Both sides are doing that, but Hawthorn seem to have a better skill level, and they use the ball better and finish off with goals. That's the only difference in the game at the moment.
Thanks, Gilly, very much. So, if you didn't hear the news at half-time, the AFLW season has been cancelled immediately. No Premier crown this year. The AFL season has been suspended until at least May 31. Could be a little longer, with things changing so rapidly. It's May 31 at this point. Club training suspended. The last game we played out over in the west. So a quarter of football here this afternoon between the Hawks and the Lions to enjoy. And then the Eagles will host the Demons. Hawks by 13. Burgoyne's been brilliant. Devon Robertson on debut has seen a bit of the football. Tom Mitchell on return has gone just as you hoped he would. But McCarthy and James sharing a story or two. A game to be won, 4 points up for grabs. Who knows how this season unfolds? Important to win what is winnable, and that's this match right now.
And we're going to enjoy this last quarter here at the MCG. It'll be the last for some time. And there is a debutant. What a night for him. Devon Robertson on debut. Grant Birchall the laid out, and you never forget your first game. But I'll tell you what, it'll be memorable.
That's Marisa and Troy. Marisa is Darren Glass's sister, parents of the debutant in Devon Robertson.
Big O slaps it forward. O'Meara had the runner in Isaac. Just a little astray there, but enough time for Liam Shields.
Played the right Shields.
Like Burgoyne's been supreme. Big pack. Smashed that one down to ground level. Bruce, he's so good in this situation with his core strength and his balance. Robinson got through the other way. Big John O'Patton slapped it down towards O'Brien. Marcus Adam. Had it stripped out of his hands. Burgoyne, bruised. Clever little knock on.
Oh, you fucking useless bastard! There, piss him off. Get off. Should never have missed that.
That was what he done badly.
Fucking post.
McInerney, front spot, Berry.
Any other player would have got a goal.
Gutson knew what was going to happen, so the tackle was immediate. Robinson, clean. And Answorth wasn't. Gave Henderson an opportunity. Answorth double back. It's a great game. This is someone, Oscar McInerney, who's brought into the game late, and you've got
Need the first goal.
I think like Devin Robertson, you've got someone who's playing his 19th season out there, you've got a guy like Lockie Neal who's not much higher than a paint tin, and he dominates the league. Garoppolo, another who was picked up and has just relished his opportunity, approaching 200 games. Harris Andrews crashes it to the wing on the outer side. Smith, McCluggage, the old and the new McCluggage just works it down the line to Berry and sit up pretty nicely for him. Got Hipwood if he needs him, might just use him, didn't quite get there on the full, but Hipwood had to deal with a bit, lost it, tackle on Gunston, didn't affect the handle too much. Shields just paused and worked through a couple of lines, his kick, as he falls in the hand of Brandon Starcevich.
Boomer linked to the half, unreliables, had a coasty run down on the inside.
This looks like a good extra player.
They cover it so well. As soon as you've got this situation, they cover the inside kick, so really long down the line is all you can generate. Then it's a real gunfight.
By mistake, good hands. It was the number one contested mark last year, took 42. Bucked that up, slightly McCluggage. A really impressive player. Those hands off the ground was supreme. Now McStay, spearing ball out the back. O'Meara, look at McCarthy, just an edge on the ball.
Oh, no.
Get it through, and now Patton.
Oh, good man.
Worked all the way up to half-back, so
I'm glad Patton got a goal and got a game before the season was halted. If he wasn't quite ready for round one, it would have been a long way.
I think he's been ready to play for about 9 months.
Yeah. He looks so fit at the moment. He's got the goal. He's really brilliantly by Burgoyne. Burgoyne's got 3.
Yeah, the thought was he was just about ready to play last August, September, but it sort of was.
No risk.
He's going to leave the Giants, so they don't take any.
Good on you, Poppy. You got that bastard.
Oscar McInerney wins the tap. Lions ends up with the football in his path. Quickly just around his shoulder to a pretty dangerous spot. Hipwood, little give. Taken very neatly by Smith. Couldn't believe it. Just popped up in his direction. Bailey, speed of Scully.
Oh, there's a bloody bounce of the ball.
Kick it out of mid-air and then Mitchell. So good to see him back to Walker, to Smith, to Scully. And Scully over the top. Finds his man in Wingard.
Come on.
Just looks further afield, then drives the ball again in the Patton direction. He's just covered smiles in the last 6 weeks. Here he comes for 4. Do you think about giving off, or does he think about sealing the deal? Gave it off for Patton, not for the first time.
Missed it.
He's only had 10 disposals, Burgoyne, 3 gone.
Settles down third, protection money going up outside, none better. One away in the runners, Ronay. They were followed by on the fence behind those runners is Rue Royale. From the Stars, Bill Chanson, and Runbro is at the tail of the field. 4 days, the front runner coming down the side, 900 metres left to run. Led the way 3/4 in front of Fellberg, unfair dismissal, and none better poking up on the fence. Protection money a little wider out, going up in between runners then is Ronay. On the fence behind those, Rue Royale from the Stars. Bill Chanson and Runbro on the fence, the last one.
spears it long down the line.
Hold in, Sicily. Got this forcing down the line. We've said many times how you.
They were followed by unfair dismissal, protection money, and from the Stars has come to the extreme outside. Fellberg the leader, none better challenging on the inside, bursting through Ronay, a bit of a price, and wide out from the Stars ducked in, and here's Bill Chanson right down the centre. None better's hit the lead from Bill Chanson, Ronay going through from the Stars, Bill Chanson, Ronay from the Stars diving through, Runbro the fence, Bill Chanson. Bill Chanson has won the last from either Runbro,
Harry Morrison. drifts the ball to half forward. Andrews flew. Gardner did the crummy work, just third man back. Robinson and Henderson.
Well, we know that actually the AFL are virtually given themselves till almost December to play the grand finals. So football's going to be not going to be a winter sport this net cycle.
Mac Boy, who started the afternoon at half back and has been moved into the ruck at half back / ruck rather than.
Oh, well, good mark.
He's been for a long time, and Wingard gets support from his teammates about.
You should kick this.
Wingard's got that sort of a burger about him. They don't need
You know, better kick the goal. Come on, get a goal.
Damage. They just break the game open. He's had 18 disposals, kicked the goal, but he just, whenever he gets the ball in the middle of the ground, Hawthorn looked the most dangerous.
Come on, Chad. Good lad.
So Wingard to extend the lead. 15 as it stands. This will be a game high 21 if he can nurse the ball through.
Yep.
He's pretty clever. He's pretty happy too. Hawks up to a 21-point lead.
Come on. Keep moving. Fuck Brisbane.
Such a big career early, Wingard, and he's
Well, they're from Queensland.
Eh?
Brisbane from Queensland.
last year, but you think that
Broncos only side in Queensland.
possibly, and
Fuck the
he's
Lions.
still 26, he's got Clarko to nurse him through, and he's already two-time All-Australian.
Oh, he's a good player, this bloke. Jesus. Fucking good recruit.
If they can get his body right, his mind right, he's going to be lethal.
This Wingard, he's been terrific, exceptional. So is Blueberry. The two ex-Port players have been outstanding for Hawthorn. Burgoyne has for a long time, and Wingard, you can see he's just getting somewhere back towards the level. Well, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago when he was one of the top 10 players in the game.
13 and 15 years All-Australia.
Yeah.
Come on.
Game high lead, 21 points.
One more.
Australia and the Hawks. This will be the final 10 minutes of play that these guys are going to have for some time. But that's Rayner. He liked that confidence. He looked, that ball was ahead of him and decided to take it on. McStay, good grab, reached over the top. And Dan McStay directly in front, will kick from about 42 metres.
Well, they've been rare pickings these ones. And then the long high ball, Packer players, Hipwood's there, all the Hawthorn defenders. Although McEvoy's in the ruck at the moment, maybe that helped a little bit.
It was fucking Frawley.
They haven't got their tallest defender there, and McStay grabbed it.
Made his debut in Jonathan Brown's last game, and I think John Brown will be pretty proud of what he did just then. That's his second.
Fuck off.
Trump full one away, then De Seeger, who's hard ridden there, two further back to
Number
Rainbow
one.
Spirit, given a slap with the shillelagh, and last of all was Red Monkey, running towards the 400 metre mark. Blaine in front, travelling well, going back to the inside was done it again, gets to second. Black Envy looks to be under pressure. Poetic Choice peels 3 out now, but is under plenty of riding, and they drop off De Seeger, coming to the bend. Blaine giving a bold side in front, skip 2 lengths, clear from Poetic Choice, who's trying to rally with done it again. Blaine in front below the 100, going well, Blaine, going too well, Blaine. Blaine comes away at the end to score by 2.5 to Poetic Choice. Done it again third. Fourth over will be Red Monkey, who made ground from the back. Then came to see
The kick, a good run, because he was able to jump up and then nab it from out towards the 50 metre line.
You think also, Lee, he's one of those players coming into his best. He's only 24.
Yeah. No, as a player, they get bigger and stronger, get a bit more confidence. He's coming all the time. He's still ahead.
So back to 15 points lines by 2 points at quarter time. Hawks by 9 at the long break, 13 at three-quarter time. So they've just maintained and improved on that three-quarter time lead.
Next up. John Oscar.
Segler beaten by McInerney in the air, and then McInerney just charged on through. Couldn't take it plenty, but Pluggage could, and then Noah Answorth around the corner. Chance here for Cameron. Give from mid-air was clever.
Come on, don't let him get a fucking goal.
Around the corner, beat a few hit with. Couldn't quite take it cleanly around his ankles. Here's a chance. Robinson, first game, did well. Knocked it back to Robinson. Hawks.
Come on, go and get a goal.
Apologies for the language. Warple. High up and under. long wait for Gardner. Burgoyne again got there just at the right time, closed in and then with it and never given a chance.
Well, that's the other brilliance of what Sean Burgoyne does. As you said before, he's had a dozen possessions or less.
No, he's getting intent.
Those little things he does.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, every time he touches the ball, something good happens for his team.
It's Charlie Cameron. He's in that same bracket.
Yeah, that's a free
Always
kick.
happens when Charlie's around. Or Chuck, as we found out. He likes to be called.
Oh, broke his leg.
So once again,
Oh, bad luck.
the news. Footy suspended to the 31st of May. Remarkable time in the world, remarkable time in the game. The commitment from Gil McLaughlin, the CEO, was that this season is still.
Come on, don't let him get a goal.
Leeds playing right through to December. They're going to do everything they can to
Escape this
win
game,
the
I reckon.
2020 season. So every win
Well
counts.
done, Segler.
Yeah, if you can't execute plan A, you've got to go to plan B.
Yeah.
And that's where the football community has gone to today.
I sense there might be a need for plan H and I and J and K this year, but right now we're on B, aren't we?
Yeah, and that will be the creativity that will
Come on.
Yeah, we could be playing a grand final away from the Coliseum here. It's everything's on the table, isn't it? It's
Completely flexible and through it.
Yep.
I thought you moved up to your line first.
This is the one we thought the umpires have been onto all round.
Hawthorn through.
Looks like a defensive play.
He's good kick for goal too. McAvoy.
Third up in the contest to market. There's quite a number of free kicks paid for this. Let's have a look. And that's true. Andrews has gone across, taken McAvoy's body. I mean, that's got to be a free kick.
It's like Harris Andrews. For a big boy, you go down pretty easily.
Not McAvoy.
And that's umpire Brent Wallace, the son of Terry Wallace, one of your old teammates.
Very calm.
Yeah, explained himself very accurately and concisely. Big boy,
he's
goes
missed
to the
it.
boy, can he sneak it home?
Bastard.
He can't.
I mean, that blocking for your teammate has become an art.
I said 16
You can't do it
points.
so well, but I think
Come on,
the
we're gonna get a
umpires
goal.
say, well, you have to do it really well, otherwise we're going to kick it for it.
Witherden, 3 years under his belt, confident enough just to take the game on and bought the Lions a lot of territory, but comes back, Lions in the right spot. McAvoy, Robinson caught behind McStay, couldn't get involved. Chance for Answorth, did well, basketball to football, controlled it pretty neatly. Smith with a finger on it, drifts over.
Sinclair's gone into that defensive ruck position while McAvoy has come into the ruck, and I think it's like he's fresh because McAvoy's mainly been playing the back six.
Here's the young teenager, 18 years of age, Devon Robinson. Darren
Fucking dropped it.
Parents here at the MCG watching his
Jesus.
debut as McCarthy. Just works one a long way into the pocket. Hipwood got help from Berry, needs him right now. Berry went the ground, still got hold of the football, but he's got a couple of hawks to deal with.
Yeah, that was holding the ball.
Gilly, you down there? Gilly's just checking in on Stephen Martin at the moment. He's just been talking to the Brisbane Lions. Gilly, an update on Stephen Martin?
Yeah, he's off the ground. He's got a bandage and ice around his knee, so I don't think he'll take any more part. Charlie Cameron just went off with that little ankle, but I think Charlie will be back on.
Thanks, Gilly.
Come on.
Through the hands of Zach Bailey now. Door opens for Tom Scully. He's a running machine, Scully. Trying to pull the kick
What
away.
the fucking kick it there for?
Set a bit of a task for his teammate out there in Shields. Now spills out to Warpool. 40 metres out. He's got a
Missed
good
it.
opportunity to score, but couldn't quite get it online. So the margin extends out to 17 points. The Hawks. So just under 3 goals. 5 minutes 44 remaining. In this last game, we're going to see the
What's that,
MCG
17
for at
points?
least a couple of months.
Well, we need a goal.
Ball carrying their team, Hawthorn. I mean, probably with the personnel they got out there today, certainly have the Lions' ability to carry the ball when they get into a bit of space.
Well done, Noah Answorth. 20-year-old going back with a fight. Read it well. Clean hands. Lions needed him. Robinson.
Play on, come on!
Card-carrying member of the Wingman's Club now. McInerney just bobbled the ball around, then realised he had the height just to control it. Gave it off quickly to Neil, who goes to hit with, who's a kick and a half from home. Going back desperately was McCarthy. He might just have an edge here on Smith. Sets himself up, tries to knock it down. He did in the end, but all Hawks at the fall of the ball. Scully, one of those. Outside of the boot.
What a fucking kick.
Lions just can get the Hawks on the back foot again. Lions at half forward through Cam Rayner. Into the pocket. One option only is McStay. Almost got a second look at it. Frawley got hanging at the right time.
Just at the moment, he looks like the best option in the contested area mark, doesn't he, McStay?
Oh, he did hurt his leg. Very good.
Game, but it looks like he's more likely to take that overhead contested mark.
There we go, it's an update on Charlie Cameron. Looks like he's potentially restrapped, putting the boot back on. They need Charlie out there. They need a quick goal. They might get one now. Zorko, the skipper, left foot shot. Can it bend and bounce?
16 points.
That would have been very, very handy. It's an understatement.
Yeah, they need every shot to go through. We're talking 4 minutes to go. 3 goals is the basic margin.
Oh, good mark, McAvoy.
Strong hands.
He's a handy man to be able
No.
into the ruck fresh late in the game when the other ruckman is staying.
Take your time.
Yeah, it's a good point, isn't it, Lee? Looked like an unlikely kick.
Be unlucky to lose this.
Big boy, but he's equipped himself well enough there, and then, as Lee said,
Segler.
Ruckman and
Well
now
done,
the
lad.
fresh as well. So another good grab.
Come on, get a goal.
Couple of big strong marks from their 2 biggest. Back with a fly at O'Brien.
Jeez, that was a free kick. Come on.
Scully, who
Yes.
they've run harder than anyone else and tried to just kick the sealer there, Tom Scully.
Not doing game, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Fuck the Lions.
Meters and cover to get there.
It's the end of the season, though, isn't it? Just about.
Run further and harder.
Anyway, at least they won a game.
In league history, he racks up some massive Ks, and look at him now. He looks like he could quite comfortably go again, Lee.
Yeah, no, they're really impressed with the running power of that Hawthorn midfield. I mean, Scully really just got off the end of the ball when he was the forward player and the quick kick forward pounding. But just his ability to cover the ground. I mean, Wingard is covering the ground fairly well, but as a whole team, they just look a little bit swifter than the Lions have today. So when the ball does get into space, they've just looked that little bit more dangerous in creating the goals out of those pretty much those midfield turnover surges.
Well, I think since the GPS technology has been in play in the past decade or so, Tom Scully, I think 8 of the top 10 ever distances covered belong to Tom Scully.
He's the man. Yeah.
I know that he had to deal with that serious ankle injury 12 months ago, and said before, he was fresh as he did at the first bounce. Free kick to O'Meara. And that's Segler.
Long kick.
Lions have been competitive from the start of this game, but it's always felt like the Hawks have had the upper hand, Lee.
Yeah, they've been in the contest. They've always just been a goal or two behind it. Hawthorn have just been able to keep that ascension. This is probably the biggest margin of the game. It's got 22. When we talk 22 points, they've just been able to find that goal or two. Got 8 goals, 8. Not going to win you many games of football.
He started with an amazing amount of early footy, just tailed it off slightly. He's 24 disposals now, but shortened game. He put a fair bit of work into him.
We've got about 20% of all that numbers that we used to get used to, but that's still only 30 odd is reasonable, but nothing special for Lockie Neal.
He's a hard-running Tom Scully. Wanted the boundary line, and the umpire said he wanted it a little too much, deliberately out of bounds on the full. So the Lions,
fuck off.
Long ball, and there is McAvoy, who I think might still be playing in the ruck. Potentially Lee, or he might have drifted back to his key defensive post.
Yes, that's and Segler is playing. They've almost played the old ruckman out of defence. So the resting ones played out of defence and not in the forward line. So that's a very unusual thing to see in modern footy.
What's old is new sometimes, Lee. That was the resting ruckman.
But about 50 years ago, it was the resting ruckman in defence.
Shields drives a long ball. Womble using all his body strength.
Hawthorn advantage.
Well, it's an advantage to Bruce. He must have known the unarguability of Luke Bruce, who put it straight through on the ground. And the Hawks back-to-back goals, and now Clarko can smile.
Yes, even the most conservative coach knows you've run the game down with a minute 42 to go, 5 goals in front.
Well, easy in there.
So he
Very
can
good.
enjoy the moment. You're not going to have those moments for a couple of months, we know that. But you can enjoy the moment today, at least in this particular campaign. You've got one win from one outing.
This was an interesting advantage call, and you can see play stops, umpire said,
well, he took the advantage and then he thought he was probably going to not take it, but once you've taken the advantage, you can't just then change your mind and go back when you take it 3 or 4 steps, which Bruce had, but really the tackling, the pressure then on him, almost fell away completely, ready to open goal.
3 goals to Luke Bruce, and the Hawks now out to 28 points. We're going to catch up with both coaches post-game. Abe's gone downstairs to ask the relevant questions, and there are, as we know, a lot of questions around at the moment.
Come on, get another one.
Hawks surging forward again, Bruce. He's got Wingard at the back. Wingard, clever player, twists, turns, subs it. And Wingard gets another. So Chad Wingard, he gets 3 goals.
He's played well too.
Luke Bruce.
Good lad.
And the Hawks with 3 to Burgoyne, now out to a 34-point lead, and pretty convincing performance.
They've had the workhorses, their defence has been really solid, but really that forward half class of Burgoyne and Wingard has been outstanding. They've got 6 goals between them, but their creativity's been outstanding. Because when Wingard or Burgoyne, I thought, to be honest, when they get the ball with a metre to spare, you know that their skill's going to enable them to kick the goal. That one, the curling the ball over his shoulder from 20 minutes out, is just an absolute picking piece for Chad Wingard. Would have been for Burgoyne as well. They're beautifully skilled players, those two.
3 goals each to Wingard, to Bruce and to Burgoyne. That is some quality to have in any forward line. McInerney is able to get first hands on the ball. Lockie Neal battling it away, as you would expect. Rayner, that was clever. Couldn't quite pick it up off his toes, Zorko. And now Neal was wrapped up.
That's holding the ball.
That's played holding the footy.
Yeah, prior opportunities about half the speed of the modern player, but he had a chance to handball. It didn't take that chance, so that's a good adjudication, I reckon, of taking prior opportunity, getting tackled for a kick.
So Hamish downstairs, we're going to catch up with Alistair Clarkson, Chris Fagan. A remarkable afternoon. AFL football has been suspended until the 31st of May. AFLW season has finished as of this weekend, so no premiership award in the AFLW. And rolling news coming through. We're going to give you everything of the latest and keep you updated on what is going on at the back. This is Harry Morrison. Now we'll just pop it down the line, but standing in the way, Jared Lyons. He's got Hipwood at the back, and Eric Hipwood is going to have a shot. Might be after the final signing. It's had a good afternoon. Hipwood played.
Yeah, he's been useful. He has. Yeah, no, he's been a damaging forward.
Kick a goal, mate. No worries. No problem. Go for it. Enjoy it.
He's had 15 disposals. I mean, that's a good return from that. I always think he was a big half-forward flanker, a bit like Buddy Franklin. They just run and
This bastard kicked about 6 goals against Hawthorn last time they played.
The athlete, this man, 200 centimetres. Eric Hipwood. He finishes with the final goal of the afternoon, and the final margin will be a 28-point win to the Hawthorn Football Club on a historic afternoon at the MCG. It is the final game to be played here for some time. Hamish McLaughlin ready to go downstairs. The Hawks will enjoy this one momentarily, then all our minds flip to what's next. Solution mode.
So it was the Hawks there by 28 points in the end. We've still got one more game to come in round one of the 2020 season. That's to be played over in Perth, West Coast, to host the Demons. Kelly Underwood alongside Dermot Brereton and David King to take you through the next half an hour or so before we head over to Perth. But the all the results.
Our industry provides livelihoods for thousands and thousands of people. But our key focus at the moment, like every organisation in the country,
yeah, already seen it.
Desperately tried to find a way to keep the competition running until there was a positive test.
Do you want to play any music, Chris?
Until a player got sick, but in the end they had no choice with everyone. The government's announcing, or the state government at least announcing a lockdown in Victoria and New South Wales. Dermot and Kingy, this is a sport that you have dedicated your life to, that you've been absolutely passionate about, that you think